Hello and welcome to Build Up to a Good Game. We're now in 5 minutes away from kick-off at the London Stadium as it's West Ham United against Manchester City. The lineups are out. They're on your screen at the minute and the West Ham bench is scrolling along the bottom of your screen. Let me just move that out of the way. I've got to be honest with you, I think the Chelsea-Newcastle game is quite a good one thus far. Anyway, thank you very much for joining me. Just give me 1 second. Let me just make sure everything's working at my end and then we'll get on with the show and have a little bit of a chin wag once this bit's working. Come on. Anyway, hope you're all doing well. There we go. We are up and running. Thank you very much. All the software is hunky-dory at my end. I'm going solo tonight. Gonzo's got tied up, so he can't join me this evening. So it's just myself and you lot in the live chat as well. Just us for the next hour. And then I'll talk you through the game. I'll give you all the commentary from the London Stadium. Hopefully, the Hammer's picking something up. Nuno certainly gambled a little bit. He had to make a big call this evening due to the injury of Somerville. And he's certainly done that. If you just give me 1 second, I'll be completely honest with you. I'm checking out the odds of Yolinton to get a yellow card. I've been waiting for the bugger to come on. And he's literally just going, come on, as I've gone live. And, well, I fancy you. He's always good to get booked. But when he comes on, he's usually not too bad odds. His odds are terrible when he starts a game. But when he comes off the bench, he's sometimes backable. Anyway, the West Ham team is as follows. Hermansen in goal. We've gone to back three or a back five, depending on how you say it. I always say it was a back three, but I appreciate a lot of people call it a back five. Whatever. We've got 3 centre-backs on there with Disasi, Mavpanos and Todibo. We've got Wan-Bissaka, right wing-back, Jufa, left wing-back, Souček and Fernandes in midfield. Then we've got Bowen. I'd imagine it's Bowen and Pablo playing behind Tate. I would imagine that's what he's going to do. But it'll be interesting because when Somerville picked up that knock against Brentford, Tate did go over to the left-hand side. And I thought he was okay. He will get back at it and work hard, Tate. I would prefer Pablo Central. I think he looked good there against Brentford on Monday night. But I have to admit, I'm a little bit worried with the starting 11 when it came out. I'm not surprised by it. I'm just a bit concerned by it. I wouldn't have gone with a back three. I don't like the idea of the back three. I think we might struggle in the middle of the pitch tonight in midfield. I think the Man City team's gonna, just give me 1 second. I'm gambling 5-2, that odds. Those odds are stinking. Anyway, I think we'll leave it. I don't think we'll bother. I'm not getting involved with that. By the way, so the one thing I will say is that the players that are starting tonight for West Ham all deserve to start. We've got 3 good centre-backs at the minute. All 3 centre-backs are in good form. And Nuno's made some big calls recently as to which one to play and which one not to play. And, originally, Todibo couldn't get back into the team because Disasi and Mavpanos were playing really well. Then he made that big call against Fulham with Mavpanos dropping to the bench. And Todibo went on to have a really good game. And we kept a clean sheet. Then against Brentford, Todibo's either got a knock or he's rested. Mavpanos comes back in and has a really good game. So he had a big decision to make at the centre-back area, and he just included all 3. I'm not a fan of the back 3, and I think there's a lot of poor performances at West Ham United whether it's under Nuno or previous managers. We just struggle playing a back 3, really. But there's not that many you can point to. I remember David Moyes, back in the early days of David Moyes, when we had Creswell playing left centre-back. I remember enjoying that, but we don't have a full back in the back 3 tonight. It's just 3 centre-backs, although 3 centre-backs in form currently. I'm just a bit concerned about Fernandes and Souček in midfield. I just think it's a little bit... They've done okay in there, the pair of them together when playing 4-4-2, but I just worry that they're going to get exposed. This is a good team, Man City. It's when we played the 4-4-2 previously... But I do remember someone, I can't remember the subscriber's name now. They've got a purple icon. I can picture their YouTube profile picture. It's purple. I want to say it's Mind Games or something. He commented on my video earlier saying, I still remember the first half against Chelsea and how good we were. And I thought it was interesting because it didn't make me think about it, obviously. And I thought, well, we were bloody good that first half against Chelsea. And we were playing the 4-4-2 then, of course. But we only had Fernandes and Souček in midfield. But I forgot how good we were in the first half of that match because of how bad we were in the second half. So when I look back at that Chelsea one, it's with a bit of PTSD, really, rather than one of with enjoyment over the first half. But he or she had the enjoyment of the first half. On their mind more than anything. So that was interesting. But we'll get your thoughts in the live chat in just a second. The bench for West Ham, it's on the bottom of your screen. We've got Alphonse Areola on the bench alongside Kyle Walker-Peters and Max Kilman. We've got Potts, Magassa, Kante. We've also got Adama and Wilson. No Ollie Scars, which is interesting. I assume he's perhaps injured. But then again, even if he wasn't, Mayers is on the bench as well. Sorry, I should say Mayers. So I assume Scars has maybe got a knock ahead of this game after going off at half-time against Brentford. Maybe he's just been left out on merit through selection, because if you look at the bench, who would you drop for all his Scars? Then naturally you go towards Mayers, don't you? But then I thought Scars was really bad against Brentford, so maybe it's just a team selection thing. Regardless, a good headache to have. Anyway, what you all saying in the live chat? Let's have a little look and see what you're saying. I'll get the poll live now and see what you're all saying with the how your confidence is. Your prediction for this evening is ... West Ham United win, draw, and add an option for Man City win. And we will start the poll. There you go. Poll is live in the live chat. Please select which one reflects your prediction. You're going to go for the West Ham win, the draw, or the Man City win. Please select whatever you think is likely to happen this evening and give me your honest predictions, please. Verts is saying, think he would have gone 4-4-2 if Somerville was fit, but he is not, so it's a moot point. I agree with that, actually. I will give Nuno the benefit of the doubt. And I think Nuno, with myself, has earned a lot of credit over the last few weeks. So if he has made an error tonight, I'm going to try and be quite lenient on him. I'll do my best to. It's one of them. I can't predict how I will feel, but I'll try. You know, when we got beat by Liverpool, there was literally no anger in me at all. I just thought it was a bit of a fluke game. And post-Liverpool, 2 games since, I look back and I feel confident that I was right to feel like that after Anfield. Fred saying, as long as we fight. Come on, you Irish. I think we will. I think that's maybe why I'm quite calm. Lavators, and this is a really good point. He said he likes the lineup information, but this is the point that he makes I think is really true. Says, thinks this team knows what it's doing now. I agree with that. And I think with the back 3-5, I think I've got Max Kilman PTSD. That's what I've got. And historically, when we've gone defensive with this formation, that's the thing. We do go defensive. When we play a back 3, it usually looks like a back 5, and we usually sit back. I'm not so sure. Maybe I'm being a bit naive and optimistic. I'm sure you'll let me know in the live chat, and you should. But I don't think we will do that tonight. I think there'll be at times we're sitting back. I imagine times we will let City have the ball, and we will be in a low block, at best a mid-block. I am sure there will be many occasions like that tonight. But I do suspect, actually, I expect that when we do get the ball, Wan-Bissaka and Juve will get forward. Bowen, Tatu, Pablo will already be high up the pitch. And I expect us to attack in good numbers. We'll wait and see, but I think it's the last few weeks have given me a little bit of hope that what we're going to see tonight isn't necessarily a defensive performance, personally. Steve is not overly confident with the lineup. I would have preferred 4 at the back and to add an extra player in the centre of midfield. Intox saying, I thought this would be the lineup. Could either do a cheeky 2-1 win or we'll just sit back and get pumped 4-0. No, I hope not. David Green saying, why credit? We're in the bottom 3. Because we've lost 2 of our last 11 games, and I've enjoyed the football recently, David. That's why I'm feeling good. Yeah. Joshua saying, I'm interested to see Todibo being the aggressive centre-back of the 3 and playing a 3-4-3 with a striker that actually has legs for once. That will make a difference. West Iron saying, I thought we'd win, but if it's a back 5, we will get pumped. Dean is well up for this tonight, then we can actually win this as well. Right, I'm getting on a 2-1 win, and the first win since 2015 puts us above Forest and Spurs. What more incentive do we need? Just a draw tonight will get us out the bottom 3 for the time being, at least anyway. Paul saying, I've got the confidence that Mavpanos, Todibo and Disasi will be monsters and allow wing-backs to push into midfield. I've got a little bit of that as well. It all comes down to that, doesn't it? It's hard for me to predict. Paul saying, I'm not confident in this one. West Ham 1, Man City 3. Frank saying, back 3 means 1 less midfielder. 0% possession incoming. David saying I'm wrong. I don't know what you're disagreeing with. We're far better 4-3-3 or 4-4-2. I haven't said we're not better playing those formations. I don't know what you're disagreeing with, David. Parker saying we ain't good enough. That's why we are bottom 3. Nothing wrong with hope until we go a couple down early on. Avid saying it's the first time we've tried a back 3 with 3 in-form quality centre-backs. We've always had Kilman or an out-of-form Mavpanos back there causing problems. Disasi could be the piece that makes this work. Ionix would love a draw, but have to be realistic. Kevin saying as it stands, Man City are 8 points behind Arsenal, 2 games in hand. Do you feel City will be more up for it if the Arsenal-Everton game stays as it is? I do. I think if they get the word that Everton have held them to a draw, then, yeah, I think they'd be right up for it. But listen, so should we. We know that we get a point, we come out the bottom 3 tonight. Stu is saying, I think the squad is happier now, and that removes fear and encourages them to play for each other. Blaze is saying, I'd love a sneaky win and finish above Spurs and Forest, but City had some poor results, so we'll probably bounce back with a 4-0 or something. I haven't got my hopes up. I still predict that we'll lose by a goal, but I'm looking forward to the game. Is it the team I'd go with? No, but we'll wait and see. I think Nuno's got a lot right recently, and I think he's got little wrong. So that's why I'm feeling quite calm at the minute. Like I said, I reserve the right to change my mind, but at the moment, we'll wait and see. Avid saying Everton-Arsenal result will change my mood and outlook for this game. Never thought I'd be rooting for Arsenal, but here we are because it will give us a better chance at getting a result. I understand where you're coming from. Epic saying Haaland has more goals against us than any other team in the league. Maybe we'll sign him one day like we did Cam Wilson. Yeah, he does. I think he's got 11 goals against. I'm doing this from memory, so don't take this as fact. Feel free to double check it. I think he's got 11 goals against us, and he's scored at least 2 goals. Let me get this right. He scored at least 2 goals in his last 3 appearances against us. And only 2 players have scored at least 2 goals in 4 consecutive matches against us. We'll leave it for the live chat. No doubt you'll have seen the same thing as the live scene, so someone's going to put it in immediately. But there's your Hammers Chat pub quiz question for the day. Who's the other 2? Who's the only 2 players in the Premier League? Who's the only 2 players that have scored at least a brace against us in 4 games back to back? There's only 2 players that have done it. Haaland could be the 3rd, should he get a brace tonight. Anyway, we'll leave that to the live chat. And we will be doing a bet builder, Avid. I'm just filling up the show, dragging it out. Phrase it how you like, but I'm going to be a lot more interactive tonight since I'm riding solo. Gonzo couldn't make it, he just got a lot on, so he was unable to join me for the build-up show. He will be watching the game and doing his review though, and so you're stuck with just me. Just stuck with me. 1 point to Chris. Michael Owen is one of the two. Terry, 3 guesses with Cole, Shearer, and Fowler, and all 3 is incorrect. Dean saying Anelka, that is incorrect. Lee is saying Wilson, that's also incorrect. Chippy saying Wilson and Glenn Murray, that's also incorrect. Paul, we'll do the Man City team in a minute. I'll give you my thoughts on the Man City team in just a moment. Slapper, yeah, it is Slapper. Slapper saying Lukaku, nope. Like I said, you're maybe going to have to double check these things, but I read the stat earlier. Buck saying Sheringham is not Teddy. Johanna saying Chris Wood, it is not. And point to Homie, who says Harry Kane, correct. So Kane, and to be fair to David G, was immediately at the same time. But Harry Kane and Michael Owen are the only other 2 players that have scored 2 goals against us 4 games in a row. And Haaland could become the 3 tonight. Hopefully not. Hopefully our back 10 keeps them out. Right, the Man City team. Let's take a look at it. It's on your screen now. Donnarumma is in goal, and they made changes throughout their team. Nunez coming in at right back with Kusanov moving to centre back to partner to Mark Gay. Ait Nouri at left back. And I forgot it now. I thought I'd just do it off the top of my head. I forgot it. Rodri in midfield with Bernardo Silva as well as O'Reilly. And then we've got Marmoush and Semenyo playing behind Erling Haaland up front. The bench for Man City, this is disgusting. This is Man City's bench. It's just... Anyway, Trafford, Diaz, Reinders, Ake, Kovacic, Cherky, Doku, Nico, and Foden. I mean, that's their bench. Anyway, that's the Man City starting 11. When Paul said, how strong is this for City? It's not their strongest, I don't think. Saying that, right, let me go through them one by one. Donnarumma's a top keeper, although he wasn't the best midweek. Ait Nouri was one of the best left-backs in the league last season at Wolves. He's just had a slow time of it at the Etihad. Injuries haven't helped. Mark Gay's been sensational this season at Palace and Man City. Now, Kusanov, I think he's really underrated. Now, I think Diaz, obviously, if everyone's at the top of their game, Diaz would be one of the better centre-backs, would be one of the 2 centre-backs. But I think Diaz hasn't been great recently. And, I did this when I did my opposition prediction on Patreon earlier. That's what I said. I don't think Diaz has been brilliant. Now, when Kusanov first went to Man City, he had that absolute nightmare in defence. I can't recall who it was against, but I remember his debut. He got ripped apart. Did he get sent off? I don't know. It was very early on as well. It was like within the first 3 minutes, he made a big mistake. And I think it was quite a big game he started as well. But he's actually been really good. Whenever I watched him, I think I've been really impressed by him. And I think his reputation has almost been harmed because of that first appearance. Hopefully someone in the live chat will remember that game in particular, and you can let me know that's what you're speaking about. Right back, Nunez has been really good. There you go. Connor saying versus Chelsea, and Hammerboy08 saying it was against Chelsea. It could be. I couldn't tell you. It's not jogging. It's not triggering something in my memory. But I remember him just absolutely stinking the gaff out on his debut. Nunez has been solid for them at right back recently. Midfield, Rodri was one of the best players in the world, wasn't he? I don't think he is at the minute. I'm not a big fan of Bernardo Silva at the moment either. I think he's not as good as he used to be. I'm a huge fan of O'Reilly, though. Back into his best position after playing left back during the week. And then Semenyo's been unbelievable. Haaland hasn't scored for about a month now, but it's Haaland. And then Marmoush is someone that if anyone was on Hammer's chat, if any of you were subscribed here, I want to say 3 years ago. You maybe even have to go back to 4 years, but definitely at least 3 years. He was in one of our videos about which players we could sign. Omar Marmoush was in there, and that was before his move, and that was before he moved to Man City, obviously. But even before he's moved to Frankfurt, he was someone that I had an eye on in the Bundesliga. So I'm a big fan of him. It's not worked out, Man City. I'm not going to describe his move to City as a success. It's not so far. But I'm a huge fan of him. Can strike it from distance. Marmoush can hit it from distance. So that's one thing I'd be wary of tonight. I'm a bit nervous, right, with Hermansen, if I'm honest with you. He's had some good performances recently, kept some clean sheets. What is it, 4 clean sheets in 9 Premier League games or something, which is a ridiculously good return. But I don't know, he hasn't restored that confidence from me yet. So I'm hoping tonight he has a good game, because he's going to get tested this evening, that's for sure. And I think Marmoush in particular might test him from distance, and he's going to have to be on the ball. But he does have 3 at the moment in form centre backs in front of him this evening, so he's certainly going to have the protection. So we'll wait and see. Anyway, I just want to say a massive thank you to the 3 people with their super chat so far supporting the channel. Quiz, thank you very much for £5 super chat and your continued support of the channel. There's no adverts on this video. Hopefully during the video, I should say, to be transparent. Hopefully when you click on the video, hopefully there is an advert so we can earn some money. But once you're in, there's no adverts at all throughout, thanks to the generous people in the super chats. And that includes Mark saying, not late tonight. I'm fancying a result. I think we can keep Haaland quiet. We have a chance with our current spirit. Oh, having a few Iron Maiden beers. Mark, thank you very much. And another one from Mark as well, saying, I'm assuming if we get a result tonight, the dancing sperm and his friend will be making an appearance and breakdance. I'm always wary about Disco Sperm and Space Duck making an appearance, but we do have the final next week. So I've gone one step further. Now I don't have a mascot, but there's a different. I like my props during under 21 streams, don't I? So I've got a new prop. So for the final, I can't remember if it's Tuesday or Wednesday. It's Tuesday, isn't it? But anyway, Tuesday or Wednesday, the under-21s have got the final against Bowden Wood. There will be a watch-along for it. And there's a new prop, hopefully, making an appearance during the watch-along. Scott saying, must be something in the water in North London. There's lots of shots showing Arsenal fans looking like Spurs fans. They're still top, but not liking this. Moyes, nil. Is it still 0-0? I've got the Newcastle game on. I'm trying not to watch it too much, but it's distracting. From Stamford Bridge, it's still Chelsea 0 and Newcastle United 1. Avid saying, there's also the Spurs watch along tomorrow. That's the best time to do it. We'll see. I feel like we have to get something tonight. I feel like a mug if I do that if we lose, but I'll be watching the games. I guess I might as well build it. If enough people want to watch along tomorrow, we'll do the watch along tomorrow. Everyone in the chat saying Arsenal have just scored. I've just seen that. It's come up on my phone with FootMob. Jokeres has just scored. So Arsenal now in the live Premier League table go 10 points ahead of Manchester City. And I appreciate people don't want Arsenal to win. I understand why, the title that is. It may benefit us though if we go to play them later on in the season. They've already somehow got the league sewn up. That would be beneficial to us, perhaps. And it's been cleared by Chelsea. Oh, they've given a free kick as well. Anyway, we've got Boxed Up, who's a Leeds fan. He's in the live chat. Thank you very much. Boxed Up, how are you feeling about this game? What's your score prediction for this game? I like to know what neutrals are saying. Joshua saying this has the potential being the most boring day in Premier League history. Whoever wins this game wins 1-0. Yeah, I watched the Sunderland game earlier. It was all right for a 1-0. And you know what? The Chelsea game has been all right for a 1-0. There's been enough action in the games, even though they've been low scoring. Certainly 2 hour watch. I didn't watch the Burnley Bournemouth one, and obviously I'm not watching the Arsenal Everton one. But I did see the lack of penalty in the Arsenal game when Keane stood on Havertz. My word, I thought that was what was saying, chat. If anyone did watch it, I thought it was a blatant pen. I've got no love at all for Arsenal, obviously, but I couldn't believe that wasn't given. And VAR just glanced at it and was like, yeah, carry on. Anyway. Brian, the American. Brian says, praying Bowen's form from Brentford continues. Also looking for a couple of Juve crosses into the box. That's true. That's what we do need to. If we are going to play this formation, which we are clearly, then we do need to get Juve high down that left-hand side and get those crosses in. The good thing is if we can get him down there, we've got Tati, Pablo, and possibly Jared Bowen in the box as well. We can get all three of them in there for Juve to aim at, and hopefully we can cause a few problems from crosses out wide. Rob Locke saying the guys who look after the big screens at the stadium are having a better day. Monday they missed off Areola and included Tadebo. In January they included Fulkrug a week after he joined Milan. Brilliant. Terry wants to see a Pablo goal. I do as well. We need a Pablo goal, don't we? We need a Pablo goal. Avid saying it'll help our goal difference in the long run if it only ends 1-0 today. Don't think goal difference will matter come May, but it's not a 0%. It might matter between us and Nottingham Forest. I can't see it mattering between us and Leeds or Spurs, but I think Nottingham Forest one's saying that. I don't know what's the Spurs one now. I'll come up on my screen in a minute. Just here, the league table's there, and it tells you the goal difference. So here we go. It's got Nottingham Forest, West Ham at the minute. I need to see the Spurs one. It's different on what I see here is different to what I see on the back. Anyway, it'll change because Spurs are capable of. Let's be honest. Spurs are capable of getting a spanking, aren't they? They are capable of getting a spanking tomorrow away to Liverpool. If I said I'd travel forward in time and the score is actually 4-0 Liverpool, you wouldn't be shocked, would you? You'd go, oh, right, yeah, I can see that. So maybe, just maybe, Chelsea have just hit the post with a free kick. Reece James, 92.5 minutes. So what we got? I want to see this bloody goal difference now. Tottenham -7, Leeds -11. Okay. Got to remember these when it flicks to the next one so I can see the West Ham one. Where are we? -16 or something. Feels like a big gap, doesn't it? Let's have a look. Takes a minute to rotate these league tables, don't they? I don't think I can change the speed. Here we go. -9. Oh, yeah, never mind then. Saying that, listen, Spurs somehow get... I say somehow. If Spurs get pumped 5-0 tomorrow or something, and we can draw tonight, you just don't know, do you? It feels too optimistic. Anyway, right. Shall we do a bet? I think so. A few people are asking for one, and we're going to do one. Let's have a look. Let's get it loaded up. What we're fancying? What we're fancying tonight? Anyone fancy anything in particular? I am going to put in a couple of things first. I am going to put in Tate and Pablo, both to commit 2 fouls each. The odds aren't, I wouldn't describe them as generous, but they're also certainly not insulting. So we'll put those in. I'm just glancing at the live chat, see if there's any suggestions coming through. Wan-Bissaka shot on goal. I think I'll avoid that one if you don't mind. Dill record saying Kusanov booking. Bowen goal. Juve assist. Tate goal. Bowen brace. Few shouts for Bowen to score. Haaland to have 3 shots. Man City to win 5-2. Mavpanos goal. Tadebo card. Disasi card. Mavpanos card. Fernandez card. Tate and Pablo cards. Bowen 2 shots. Come on, what we got? I need some consistency. A lot of Mavropanos shots coming in. That would certainly be chunky. That's a Gonzo type bet. He let the bet down last week. Everything won except his... Can't remember what it was now. People saying Disasi's goal. I get that. He's come close to Disasi, hasn't he? He's been getting on the end of a few things. Bit concerned that we're not going to get loads of corners though. Right. We're going to have to do something. Let's go Bowen. a score or assist. He's taking the corners. Scar wasn't on the pitch, so he'll be on the corners kick duty, so that covers that. People still want that Disasi shot, so let me see if I can do... Well, I know I can, but let's see. Disasi just have one shot. Saying that, his last 4 games, he's only had a shot in one of them. I'm not convinced. People say Souček goal. I always get nervous with a Souček goal. I don't know why. But I just don't think he scores that many, that's why. He scores enough for a midfielder, but for the bet... Pablo to run about like a headless chicken, says Peter. Not something you can put in your bet. Right, I'm gonna have to just do something. I'm gonna. All right, where are we? Where's Marmouche? Where's my boy? Not to score, don't worry. Don't know something that'll do. Right. What does it return? 120 quid. That'll do. That's 120 quid to someone. Let me tell you what it is. If this bet wins, someone wins £120. Right. I got you. We're winning someone 120 quid tonight. Tate and Pablo both to commit 2 fouls. Bowen to score or assist. Bowen shot on target. And then Marmouche and Semenyo 2 shots each. So there's a lot of things to happen, but they're all quite high probability. If you've already commented in the live chat, you're already entered. There's no phrase that pays tonight because I can't afford to have the chat spammed, if I'm honest with you. So just get your thoughts into the live chat about the West Ham team, how you're feeling ahead of the game, whatever you want to talk about, get into a live chat. And as long as it's a legit comment, no spamming, as long as it's a legit comment, then you're included in the giveaway. And shoot that bet win, someone wins 120 quid. Simple as that. Beautiful. Jamie saying Wilson shot on goal, super sub. Well, we've got the super sub active, so should he come on to replace Bowen, then it'll continue. Dean saying, sort of line up, even though I understand Nuno's thinking, especially Somerville is missing. I prefer him playing a 4-4-2 system. I agree with yourself there, Dean. Terry saying, hopefully Matt Pandas can score a worldie. He's buzzing. Hopefully anyone can score a worldie for us tonight. Hopefully Disasi can get his goal. Paul saying we will win tonight. He's got that feeling, and it's just finished. At Stamford Bridge, Chelsea 0, Newcastle United 1. So let me switch over my programme. There we go. Beautiful stuff. Half an hour away from kickoff at the London Stadium. Keep getting involved in the live chat. Let me know how you're feeling, what you're thinking ahead of the game. Rich is hoping for a draw, at least tonight. Think strongest he could go with Somerville out. Hughes is saying, who would you play in the middle of the back three? That's interesting. I think I'd go... I'm trying to think about this. I think I'd go Mavropanos. No, actually, I'd go Disasi. So I'd go Todibo left, Disasi central, Mavropanos right. And I'm going to tell you why. There's a process of elimination to some extent. I think Todibo's looked good playing left centre-back in a back four. He's looked good playing left centre-back. So will that translate to a back three? I don't know. But when you play a back three, I think you are... The guy in the middle is more likely to be up against Erling Haaland. Okay, so whoever's in the middle of your back three, like Hughes is asking, is more likely to be up against Haaland one-on-one. And I think I'd fancy Disasi to do that job. Haaland will beat all three centre-backs for pace. Mavropanos isn't slow, but I think Haaland's still got for pace. So it comes down to that physicality, that aerial dominance, and I think that's why I'd opt for Disasi in that aspect. That's why I'd put him there to choose, basically to man mark him, I guess. Chris saying 2-1 City, late bad call sinks us. Hope I'm wrong. Our lads have worked so hard and showing massive character. Burnett saying on the lineup, it does make me wonder why Nuno brought Traore in if he'd rather change formation and play him. And that's a fair question, especially after playing all right on Monday night. Actually, I'm doing a disservice there. I thought Traore played well on Monday night. Connor saying, just want to see what I've seen in the last 2 months. Hard-working, good football, solid defence. Just give it a go and test them. I agree with everything Connor just said. Completely agree. Pagey said, would like to have seen Traore start. I thought he played well enough on Monday to earn a start. The City defenders will not know what's hit him. I'd imagine if, come the hour mark, Traore will be coming on. It'll likely be for Pablo because he'll be knackered. But I think we'll see him at some point tonight, regardless of the game state. Tony really wants to feel confident for a positive result, but unfortunately, I can't see it happening. I live in hope. So, Iron Disciple saying, come on, you Irons. Sorry if it's spam. Think we can win. It is not spam. Thank you very much for your support. Very, very kind of you. Gain saying we've won once in the last 10 years against Man City. It's got to happen sometime. I'm feeling it's tonight. Graham, you have not missed a phrase. There is no phrase. Just give me your opinions on the West Ham team or the game. Give me your thoughts, not your score prediction. Just give us your thoughts on something, and then you're included. Because I'm riding solo. I need the comments. I need as much comments as possible. Thank you. Kurt saying, I'm not nervous at all. It's written off, but with the team galvanising and fighting now, there is hope. I agree with yourself there, my friend. Stuart saying, I reckon Todibo in the middle, slightly behind the two good headers of the ball. That's fair. The only problem with that is I think you'll put him directly up against Haaland, and I think that's maybe asking for trouble a little bit. Dean, thank you very much. Saying, I'm not as pessimistic as most of you guys. Can only think we lose by 3. But I still think we will stay up. Come on, you Irons. Thank you very much for your support. Very, very kind of you. Dark Star saying, I did fancy us to beat Man City. But that was with Somerville in the team. Now, I don't know. I still fancy us to beat Villa. But that is with Somerville in the team as well. Stephen saying we just need to better Spurs' results every week and we'll be okay. Tanner saying Rodri to get an intentional red card so he can go fly strolling inside bedroom. Brilliant. It's a weird hobby, isn't it? Perving on your neighbour. I mean, spying on your neighbours. I wonder what he's seen. He's probably seen some good stuff, to be fair. But the thing is, right, if he's done it once or twice and he goes into a third time, he's definitely seen something the first or the second time to make him enjoy it and for him to do it again. Jamie saying, thoughts on the Spurs keeper? We almost dodged a bullet there. I felt a bit sorry for him, actually. As someone that didn't want to sign him, I felt a bit bad for him. And, well, even though it was funny. No, can't reply to your email. I've had a tricky week, Jamie. I will get round to it, I promise you. It's just been we've just had a lot on. I've had a lot on. That's all. Derek, I think it's a good lineup. No issue with the 3 centre backs. They're all in form. Boxed up saying timing of the match is unlucky. Arsenal win 2-0. Man City know they have to win. I can't see West Ham getting any points, to be honest. Wheel saying, yes, boys, go for it. See us above Spurs. I'm feeling confident, whilst Grouch says, I think we're looking to keep the score low. Camp out in our half. And it's not what we do now, so hopefully this doesn't backfire. Brooke, Dev, Bonds saying 1-1, but I hope we win. Amy saying, hoping we win tonight. Really want that pressure on the Spuds. Would make the roller coaster season worth it if we finish above Spurs. We're going to do a second giveaway tonight. If West Ham win, not a cash one. We got a few more items arrive at Hammers Chat HQ. So we'll pick a random winner, and the winner can pick something from the pile. They can pick any of the things, right? So we've got 25 minutes. I appreciate sometimes, I do sometimes think you must watch this and go, oh, will you just piss off with all your goodies you've got? Go away and leave us alone, right? I'm going to show you the goodies we've got. And if West Ham win the game, someone's going to win a prize out the goodies, and they can pick what they want. There's no shirts or anything like that. It's different goodies tonight, actually. It's everything's in here. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 things, 7 goodies, right? And they'll all end up with subscribers over time. But tonight, someone will win something, and they can pick the prize if West Ham win the game. And no prizes for this, but let's do some pub quiz. Let's do some pub quiz for the next 5-10 minutes. Who's this? Signed photograph. Who is this? No prizes, just a bit of fun, bit of pub quiz. Name the hammer. Signed photograph of that hammer. Nearly said his name. That would be silly. Let me just pop it away. And ding, 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 1 point to Essex Bricks. Quite a few of you said it immediately, but Essex Bricks was fastest finger. Then we've got the second item. There's no guessing who this autograph is. Item number 2, a car sticker signed by Joe Cole. Item number 3, black and white photo of that goal signed by the man, Sir Trevor Brookin. Item number 4, if Paul's in the live chat, he's going to be all over this. We've got one of our patrons absolutely love this player. Collage of Dean Ashton, signed by Dean Ashton, of course. So if the winner wants the Dean Ashton thing, they can have it. Might have to wait a minute. I ain't got a bloody envelope that fits in. Then I think this might be a favourite. I think this might be... There's 2 more after this one. This might be one of the ones that someone picks. Signed by Phil Parks. I really like this myself. There you go. I like that one. And then we've got 2 more things. Pub quiz. Whose signing is this? Whose signature is this? Whose autograph is this? Anyway, that's the print with the autograph. Let's see if anyone can guess that one. That's a 9 out of 10 difficulty level, that one. I'll be impressed if someone gets that one. It's not Lucas Neal. Not Lucas Neal. I'll give you a minute and then I'll show you the last one, which I think the winner will pick. Could be one. But it's definitely not Lucas Neal. It's also not Grace's. It's also not Grace's signature. Ding, ding, ding. Congratulations, Stephen. I'm assuming you mean Sebastian Schemmel. But that's who it is. It's Sebastian Schemmel's autograph. And lastly, this is the prize I imagine the winner would pick. A print of a match day ticket to that game against Wimbledon, signed by Paulo Di Canio. Which is nice. I like this one. So there you go. We beat Man City. Someone can pick whatever they want out of the goodie wallet. Anyway, what would you pick? What would you pick in the live chat? What would you pick? You could have one of those items. What would you pick? I'm always intrigued as to what people like. We spend a bit of money. We spend a bit of money on and stuff like that. Paul would have Brooklyn's goal. Steve would have Ashton's print. Guys, I would like the ticket. Tara says the print and get it framed. You need a bloody big framed. Iron's Disciple saying Brooklyn, hands down. Ryan's DeCanio. Roger wants the Phil Parks, Upton Park tube sign. Kurt saying Phil Parks. Fez, that's DeCanio. Some good options. Some good options in there. Anyway, that's the latest arrival. We've actually got more, but I think I've showed you enough now. I don't want to bore you too much. But yeah, I've got a tickly throat now. One of those pictures must have been dusty or something. Anyway. Brookings header says Bluesman. Tony saying ticket, but it would cost you much to send it. It doesn't matter. We'll send it worldwide. Whenever we do giveaways, we'll happily post it worldwide, and we cover the postage. We believe that we want your support no matter where you live, so we can't then go, yeah, but the giveaways are for the UK only. It feels a little bit, I don't know, unfair, doesn't it, right? You're getting punished because of geography. That's not what we want to do here at Hammers Chat. Don't get me wrong, I'd rather someone in the UK did win it. I'm joking. It's literally on my desk. It's it's still here. Not out of sight. Oh, hang on a minute. I check to make sure the medal's in the case every single day. I don't know why it wouldn't be. No one comes here. No one's allowed in. But just paranoia. Anyway. Right. Someone asked me about an email. Steve, I did not get your email. I got your email about a month ago, Steve, but if you've emailed me recently, I have not got your email. I know what it'll be about. I have not got it. Anyway, how are we all feeling ahead of the game? Let's have a little look at the poll. Let me end the poll. So I asked earlier what you're all fancying in terms of the game, what your prediction is for the outcome, and not as optimistic as recent weeks, which is understandable, but there's 1,100 votes. 37% of you went for a Man City win, 32% of you went for a draw, and 31% of you went for a West Ham win, which to be fair, while it's really close, I think nearly a third think we're going to win, which is quite big considering playing Man City. And if you combine it, that 63% of you think we're going to win or draw. That's pretty big, really, to be honest with you. I would consider that to be quite optimistic, all things considered. Anyway, there we go. Thank you to Concert saying, I'm tuning in whenever I can, just really enjoying your coverage and content. That's very kind of you. Thank you for your support, and thank you for sticking with me and putting up with my nonsense. I appreciate it a lot. Brooke saying the side looks okay for this game. Fammer, the disco sperms on the floor somewhere. I had to get off the shelf because we had a parcel arrive and it's taking up the space. It's waiting for Gonzo, actually. There you go. Sneaker's saying, if we get spanked, you should give your shirt away. I don't know what shirt I'm wearing today. I don't know what one it is. I will keep it, however. Gonna have to put... Mrs. Jill needs to put a few of them on Vinted, though. I can't be dealing with it. Some of the stuff that she has to put up with on there, she'll put something up for like £5 and someone will message and offer £4.30 and she'll say £4.50 and they'll reply and say £4.40 and I'm like, that would just stress me out. I would just tell them, I would just block them. I'd say, look, if you're going to haggle over 10p, you're just not getting it. You're just not having it. Like, I couldn't... The patience that people have to deal with Vinted. I'm not on Vinted, but oh my God, that would drive me insane. It would drive me right up the wall. Some of you must have some good stories. Are you lot on Vinted? Anyway, because I'm fat now, because I put on some weight, there's some stuff I don't fit on anymore. There's not enough room in my wardrobe. I've got too much clothes. I've had to give her some to offload on Vinted. Cozy saying it's a bit of a free hit, expecting a loss, but want the lads to keep performing well and putting up a fight. Could do without a humbling. Connor saying, as I go as far to say, if we win tonight, we'll stay up and get to the semi-final of the FA Cup. Damn, that would be good, wouldn't it? Avid saying, I'm wearing my Fernandez signed shirt. It's not arrived yet. It's on its way. It's not here yet. That's not a Fernandez signed shirt. I don't know what's in that one. There's 3 parcels, but I need Gonzo to be... Whoa, let's not attack the Shelvers fighting back. I need Gonzo to be present. Gonzo doesn't know what's in them. He doesn't know what's in here. Roger saying, I'm feeling nervous. I don't expect to win as it's Man City, but I do know this team that Nuno's building will give it everything. I don't know what I will do if we even get a point. Rory is saying, good work on the watch-alongs lately. I feel a momentous occasion coming on. That'd be good. Thank you for putting up with me. I was hoping just for some flipping wins. At the start of the season, it was dreadful. Just sat here talking about how we got beat again and again. Joshua saying, Vinted is a game, not a sales platform. Your prize for winning is the clothing. It's just... It's a different level. Like... I don't know. Requires patience I do not have. Iron saying, what did I have for breakfast? Well, I'll be honest with you, nothing. Because I've not been feeling very well the last couple of days. And today, I was feeling a little bit better. So I thought, do you know what? I'm going to go... I'm going to have a bowl of Cocoa Pops. And I took out the bag of Cocoa Pops. And there wasn't enough for one portion. And the cereal at the end... It's not as good, is it? The cereal at the end, it's all crushed up and it's really sugary. It's not... It's like Cocoa Crumbs, not Cocoa Pops. So I put it back in. I just went hungry, to be honest with you. I did not have anything for breakfast today. Nothing else to say. Would you keep Nuno if I went down? It would depend on between now and the end of the season. It would massively depend what happens. You know, if we lost every game, then the answer would be no. But if we went down on 38 points, I think he's done his bit to some extent. Obviously not, because we got relegated, but I think the damage was done before he arrived. And he made it worse, don't get me wrong. Nuno made it worse before it got better, but depends on him. Would he be willing to stay? Don't know. Harry agrees about Vinted. His youngest works in fashion and gets a lot of designer items worn on the runway, puts them up for competitive prices and gets people arguing over 50p. It's like a real life jumbo sale, like on the app, isn't it? Like, it's the mentality of a jumbo sale where you haggle over silver. And I couldn't be arsed with it for 10, 20p. Honestly, I can't be bothered. Jilly's at the stadium listening. Hope Grace is better. Thank you for tuning in. I hope you have a good evening. Hope you have a good game. Hope you get to witness 3 points. West Ham 21 saying, looking forward to tonight. Got a feeling we will get a point. Thanks for the great Hammers chat. Thank you for your support. Thank you for tuning in. And fingers crossed that you're correct with your good feeling. A lot of people have got a good feeling in the live chat. Equalizer saying, here's to win, everyone. Thanks for your hard work. No, Equalizer, thank you for your support. It's much appreciated. Billy is saying, no injuries Please, Curtis saying if we're 2-0 up at half-time, would you bring on Kilman? I don't think there's any sort of circumstances you can name that I'd be pro bringing on Max Kilman. Even if we were playing a back three and we were unbelievable playing a back three, and there was 10 minutes to go and we're 2-0 up and one of the back three got injured, I think I'd say Mayor's place. Essex Bix, thank you. Saying you're doing a good job. Funds for a treat for Mrs. Geo tomorrow. You going Easter Sunday to Cup? I was trying, but there's no trains. I had a little look. I fancied it, going down for the Cup game against Leeds. But I had a look, and there's no trains. So all the trains from here down stop at Milton Keynes, and you can't get on a bus. And I know it's not the end of the world, but hopefully someone can relate to me here. I can't do buses. Not just like the rail replacements is one different type of anger, but just buses in general, I can't stand them. I really cannot stand them. And so it's not a no yet. It's this is an issue. But I'm going to see if there's a way I can wangle it. But with everything that's happened this week, I don't know, it's making things a bit awkward. Getting my visa stamped is going to be tricky. It's going to be, because I've used it a couple of visas in the last couple of weeks. One for Tom's birthday, and then we went to get that medal. But that was a bit different because she was at nursery, Grace at nursery. But this week's been a bit of a tricky one, so I think it's... So we'll see. We'll see what the mood is in the camp before I make any risky decisions. But I've remembered to look at this. It's all ready to go tomorrow. The gift is there as well. You've already seen the gift. You should have seen the gift. I'm ready. I've done my bit. I've done my bit for tomorrow, so I should be okay. Right then, what we all saying? Bill got a rail replacement bus recently, and driver asked the passengers, "Where am I going?" Then drove into a tree. Okay, I've never had an experience that bad, admittedly, but I remember being on a bus once and the driver got lost. I think one road was shut. Like the route from A to B was shut, and like, I don't know, 60-70% into the journey, it was like road is shut and you just didn't know what to do. It was like, I only know one way and it's this way. And people on the bus had to direct him around the road that was shut in order to get back on the road. It was just bloody not what you want when you're on the bloody thing, that's for sure. Cozy saying I will be singing "We Are Staying Up" all week if we can get a point out of this game. I'm not sure about that. If we get a win, I think I'd join you, Cozy. Still a lot to do, but we'll see. We'll see. Just for anyone asking, there's no phrase that pays. All you have to do is just get involved in the live chat. That's all. Essex saying my other half is very much family for Easter. If Tesco's are closed, you can spare one on Sunday. It's a bugger. Jonathan saying, when was the last time we won against City in the league? 2015. When we went to the Etihad. Victor Moses. That performance from Winston Reid. It's been about a couple of months since I mentioned it. But that performance from Winston Reid. Paul saying that, see, Como are in the Champions League places now. Fabregas is doing a job. He's doing a great job. He's got a big budget, but you've still got to get the right players in and play good football. But he's certainly doing that. Simmons is not confident as we're starting with the team I'd have in the last half an hour. We'd have packed out the midfield and introduced Bowen and Traore in the last half an hour. Trying to win this early will kill us. Yeah, we'll see. Jeff is saying day 1038 of asking Gio to oil up on stream. I am not oiling up on the stream. Alright, I'll do you a deal. if we stay up, we've got a bloody light show. Avoiding relegation is confirmed before the game against Newcastle, which is optimistic. But I'm giving you 2 games, not 1. I will oil up for the Newcastle game, and if not, the Leeds one. Although I might go to the Leeds one. I don't know. We'll wait and see. But if relegation's confirmed before the end of the season, avoided, we cannot go down, then I will... The good thing is, it's not a good thing. I don't know why I'm wording it as this. The advantage I've got is that Grace has got baby oil. So Johnson's baby oil will be applied. So I'll sit here looking pathetic with oil on my arms just to entertain some of you lot in the live chat. Don't say I don't do anything for you, eh? J47 saying, no way are we making deals to oil up on stream. I'm up for a laugh. J47, life is short, right? Life is short. There's an opportunity to do something stupid. Do it, right? You've got to be able to do something stupid. You got to have a laugh, right? Life is short. Anyway, the teams are coming out at the London Stadium. The shite light show is finished. I appreciate I might be in the minority there. It's just not my cup of tea. The irony is, I think it can kill the atmosphere. Like before the game, I think a light show, the purpose of it is to build the atmosphere. I actually think it does the opposite sometimes. I think it can kill the crowd. If you're going to do it at like 2:15, not 1 minute before the teams come out. That's when the fans should be building up the atmosphere. Anyway. Coob saying, do cup of tea with Gonzo in your pants if you stay up. Bloody hell, these are getting different. Paul's now saying to do them in your underwear like Lineker did when Leicester won the Prem. Crikey. The requests are getting riskier. Anyway, kick off. A couple of minutes away. Thank you very much for joining me. Just want to say a massive thank you to Katie, who says, anyone else think we're due to turn someone over? I think Villa away. Michael, thank you very much for your £20 super chat. That's very, very kind of you, and it's much appreciated. And also to Avid, saying you better wear a full Adama kit when you do. I don't have an Adama kit. I don't even have a kit. I don't wear... There we go. I will do this, actually. Jamie saying if we stay up, we should all send in stupid pictures of ourselves oiled up. As long as there's no... I don't want any Todge on the show, right? You bunch... Colin would saying there's some pervs on here. There are some pervs on here, right? But if we stay up, you're welcome to send... This is a bad thing to say out loud. I hope Lauren is not listening right now. You can... I'm not even going to say it. There isn't a way I can say it that doesn't sound wrong. Anyway. This feels like one of them things when, do you know, like on Twitter, you get... share an unpopular opinion. I'll go first, blah, blah, blah. Just say your unpopular opinion. You put that bit in, so if someone says, what are you talking about? You can go, mate, it's the game. Leave me alone. Just there's no blah, blah, blah. I'll go first. You just say your piece. You don't have to dress it up. Anyway. Right. Number 6 has said, we should get together and oil each other up. Bring us closer. We'd certainly do that. Right. Kick off. Seconds away on my stream. I will be behind because I'm watching it on the iPad on Sky Go. So there's a bit of a delay. I apologise. I'm doing my best. With no oil And if we stay up before the last game of the season, I'll be doing my best with oil. Anyway, O'Reilly gets us underway. Kickoff has occurred. I'm nervous. I've been feeling really calm all day. I've been really excited all day, actually. But now, literally, as soon as kickoff got taken, I started to get a bit nervous. I don't know if it's like... Oh, I see why everyone's shouting clock. I've pushed OK, but I've not displayed it. There you go. Look, the clock was going. I just didn't display the bloody scoreboard. There you go. Sorted now. Apologies. This is the type of positivity I'm after. Look at this. Wally's right. We're out the relegation zone now. Absolutely beautiful. Right at the bottom three. Right at the bottom three. We'll be having a party. We'll be having a party. We'll be having a party. When Jamie Oil's up. When Jamie Oil's up. When Jamie Oil's up. Anyway, Kusanov has just booted it out of play, and West Ham have a throw in. Did you see, by the way? Oh, what country was it? This is going to annoy me. Did you see in one of the games, the fans unplugged the VAR TV? Did you see that? There was a penalty decision when there was maybe... I think the penalty was given by the referee, and he got sent to the monitor to perhaps overturn his decision. And the fans of the team who had been awarded the TV, two of them climbed over the fence and stole the cable for the VAR monitor. So when the referee got there, he couldn't watch the replay, so he couldn't overturn his decision. So he had to leave his original decision, which was a penalty. So that was a thing. I can't remember who it was. There you go. German second division, yeah. We should try that. I'm surprised more stuff like that doesn't happen, really. I think I am willing, if come the last game of the season against Leeds, winning we stay up, I think I'm willing to get a ticket in that bit of the ground. And if push comes to shove, I'm going to offer myself to jump over the barrier and pull the plug out. Someone's got to do it. Anyway, Man City have just been passing the ball around for two and a half minutes so far. Aït-Nouri's just doing some step overs, but not really doing anywhere, but going anywhere, but he's just doing step overs. O'Reilly on the ball now, tucks it into Marmouche. It's a nice name to say, isn't it? Marmouche. It's a nice word. Marmouche. Corner kick to Manchester City. Tadibo wanted the goal kick, but the referee agrees with Rodri, and it did look like a corner in all fairness. And corner to Man City after 3 minutes at London Stadium, over on their left-hand side, our right-hand side. Marmouche will take the corner, and being serious, I appreciate I've just said his name a lot, but he is actually taking the corner kick for City. And it comes, headed away by El Hadji Malik Diouf, and it goes out for a corner kick to Man City once again. Guess who's going to take it? Marmouche. The Egyptian prince whips it in once more, headed away by Tom Souček. And Bernardo Silva volleys out to Marmouche. And he crosses from deep this time, but it's headed away by Wan-Bissaka only as far as Nunez into Rodri. And it's everyone in and around West Ham's box at the minute. Is Aït-Nouri goes past Bowen very easily there. But Bowen gets back to help out Wan-Bissaka, and he puts in a good block. Fernandes under pressure, and he wanted a free kick. Referee says no, and it's another corner to Man City. Paul saying who's playing where. I think Mavpanos is the centre of the back three, but I'll be honest with you, Paul, everyone's playing in defence at the minute. Marmoush whips it in for a third time. Headed away by Souček for a second time. As Kusanov picks it up outside the box on the far side. Does a 1-2 with Bernardo Silva. And gives it back to the Portuguese midfielder into Rodri, who crosses it, but it's headed away this time by Mavropanos, and Rodri knocks it down to Aït-Nouri, and Fernandes just urging Bowen to push up, try and get away from our box for the first time this evening. It's just been 5 minutes of Man City so far. Pablo's playing off Tate. Tate's the one that's central in the striker role, if you like, and Pablo's just a bit deeper, playing in a similar position to Jared Bowen in that sort of 2 number 10s. As Man City are just over on the right-hand side at the minute with Semenyo, Nunez, and now Kusanov and Marguerite. They just work it. So far, Man City have had 93% possession to West Ham's 7%. Only 6 minutes in, though, but our 7% is just been heading it away, really. As Rodri just gives it to Nunez, gets it back. Pep speaking to Pep Guardiola in the stands, Pep Blinders, who has a really good book. You haven't read it, it's worth a read. Pep Blinders' book. From his time at Liverpool as assistant manager to Jurgen Klopp. And in that time, I've been speaking about a book. West Ham have not touched the ball. Oh, Juve stole it, but then it hit him in the arm, and the referees gave the free kick to Man City. Nunez puts it into Semenyo. As Tati just closes them down as they work it back to Kusanov, who's just inside the Man City half. As we're timidly pressing them at the minute, but Semenyo's got the ball. Disasi's put the tackle in, but the loose ball's gone to Rodri. Everything's just going straight back to City. All we're doing is trying to block and clear, and it's just going straight back to City at present. As Nunez sends a cross in from the right, it's deep over everyone, and Aït-Nouri does well to keep it in, but Wan-Bissaka puts it down the right-hand side, but straight back to Marguerite. 8 minutes in, West Ham United 0, Manchester City 0, and we've barely touched the ball. Man City just trying to work it through our press, which was pretty timid, and they've done that, but Pablo's forced it backwards. And for all of City's possession, they've not had a shot yet, but O'Reilly's on the ball inside the West Ham half at the minute. He's only really got one option, which is Aït-Nouri, and he uses him. And it's now come up that Man City have made 94 passes, whereas we've made 9. And I'll be honest with you, I'm not taking a piss, I promise you. I'm surprised it's as high as 9. It's just City passing it. Like, I feel... I'm just going to sit back a little bit because it's not very intense yet. Semenyo puts it through for Haaland. Blocked by Todibo. It's another corner kick to Manchester City. I always think I'm a bit rubbish at these watch-alongs when all I do is just say who's got the ball, he's got the ball, he's got the ball, he's got the ball. Because all that's happening at the minute, 9.5 minutes of City passing it around, but they've not had a shot yet. And it comes from Marmoush. And it's headed away by Wan-Bissaka at the back post. Bernardo Silva brings it down, gives it to Rodri. Pablo intercepts it, but it goes straight back to Bernardo Silva, who crosses it in, but it's headed away by Thomas Souček. And Bowen doesn't quite get on the end of it. Haaland crosses it, blocked by Todibo. Bowen picks it up, and he just puts it down the right, and Marmoush blocked it. And he's going to get a yellow card here, Marmoush. I guess, in fairness, if Bowen's pass wasn't intercepted by Marmoush on the arm, it does reach Tati. Yeah, do you know what? Fair play. I'm not a big fan of Michael Oliver. I think he can be a bit... I don't know what the word is. A bit uptight. And he can be a bit lenient sometimes. And he wasn't lenient there, so good on him. Good yellow card to hand out. Anyway, we took the free kick and just went forward with it, and we've lost it straight away. There was an opportunity there. Just try and string a few passes together, but we went long and lost it. The ball into Marmoush. Todibo's touch tight. He's very aggressive, Todibo, and it's a free kick to Man City. City take the free kick, and we just the same thing occurs again. We're just got to play it around, simple short passes. 11.5 minutes gone. Still 0-0. Got another 80 plus minutes of this. But currently we're still outside the bottom three. And Paul Somerville's out for this game only, I believe. He may be out for the Villa game. I suspect he'll be back for the Villa game. Would imagine that he's just going to miss this one. I bloody hope he's only going to miss this one. As Rodri strolls forward with it before giving it to Kusanov after being pressed by Bowen and Souček. Quick play there by Man City. Haaland, Semenyo intercepted. Really good interception by Mavpanos. Disasi gets in and gives it to Juve, and there's little options. He does find Jared Bowen throws. There's a chance here for West Ham to counter-attack. Wan-Bissaka's got forward. Bowen's found him via deflection. Wan-Bissaka up against Aït-Nouri. He goes down the right side, and there's 3 players in the box, in fairness to West Ham. Wan-Bissaka goes down. Linesman says no. I guess that's going to be the plan for Nuno tonight, isn't it? To try and sit in, keep it tight, nick it, and when you do nick it, get forward quickly. And when we got the ball out to Wan-Bissaka there, Tate, Bowen and Pablo were all running straight into the box. The problem was Wan-Bissaka had no support and was unable to beat his man and get the ball in. So it's all Man City at the minute, but they haven't done anything with it. If we were winning 1-0, we'd be buzzing with this. The problem is we're not winning 1-0. I do worry you can't play like this for 90 minutes though, but Obspedian's literally just said that in the live chat. We can't do this for 100 minutes. It won't work. That's the frustrating thing. Paul, does this worry you considering Forest got a draw and we can't even get the ball? I didn't watch the game. I find it hard to sort of compare because for all I know, Forest did this. If there's any Forest or Man City fans in the live chat, they can let us know. But like, did Forest sit in against them for large parts and then just hit them on their counter-attack? And I don't know. I didn't watch the game. We were playing at the same time. But good play there by Juve and Pablo. Juve's just coming down the left-hand side with it, but Nunez is tracking quite well. And he goes back to Fernandes and into Souček and back to Disasi. And the chance for West Ham to triple their successful passes in the game so far here. As Mavpanos receives it from our midfielder and goes out to Todibo and down to Wan-Bissaka. And back to Todibo. And this is what we've got to do. Just try and keep the ball as much as we can, as long as we can. And try and get it into the feet of our attacking players. Because when we did get it into Bowen on that occasion a couple of minutes ago, and he turned. A lot of space for him. Pablo and Disasi doing a quick 1-2, and Souček's now the deepest player for West Ham as he gets it off the midfielder, and he goes long. But it's a poor ball from Souček. He went long looking for Tate and gave him no chance, really. And City had the ball back. And it's been played out to Nunez back in the team after being dropped in Madrid midweek. Mark gave a nice little ball into O'Reilly, who's got a bit of space here. He comes forward. He puts out to Nunez on this right-hand side for Manchester City. Down to Semenyo. Disasi's gone with him. He's played back to Rodri. Bernardo Silva under pressure from Fernandes. He goes back to Mark A. Man City, very patient, that's for sure. 16 minutes on the clock now at the London Stadium. Still West Ham United 0, Manchester City 0. A point for West Ham would keep us out the bottom three this evening. A win would also put us above Spurs going into tomorrow's fixtures. But Man City do come into this game 10 points behind Arsenal, but they will have a game in hand after this match, no matter the outcome, and they do still face Arsenal at the Etihad next month as well. So it's a big game for both teams here. Mark Gay just comes forward with it, gives it into Rodri. Space for Nunez out on the right-hand side here, but the Spanish midfielder decides to take it himself before giving it to O'Reilly. Out to Aït-Nouri on the left-hand side for Manchester City. Does a 1-2 with Rodri. And is back with the Man City number 16. Everyone right outside West Ham's box. The only player I cannot see right now is Tate. But I can see every Man City player except Kusanov and Donnarumma as it's played to O'Reilly. His cross is blocked by Todibo and is out for a corner kick to Manchester City. Another one on their left-hand side. So you'd imagine Marmoush is going to go and take that. "17.5 minutes gone. It's had to be a disciplined performance from West Ham so far. Organised. Just not seen the ball very much. The fifth corner of the evening for Manchester City. And it comes from Marmoush. Head away by Jared Bowen at the front post. Nunez picks it up and he's forced backwards to Bernardo Silva. And he's gone for a little dribble away from Pablo, away from Tate. Plays it to Marmoush, but Wan-Bissaka and Souček get the tackles in. And Pablo gives it to Jared Bowen and he tries to break here for West Ham. Out to Pablo on the right-hand side. Rodri comes over, puts in the tackle. And it's a throw-in to West Ham. I don't want to expose you, Michael. But I can tell you're not a patron and you didn't watch my... Well, you might be. I can tell you did not watch my opposition prediction this morning. Because if you did, you would know the answer as to why Juve is man marking Erling Haaland at corners. I'm disappointed in you, Michael. Anyway, Hermansen has the ball. He's gone long. Looking for Jared Bowen, but Mark Gay wins it. Wan-Bissaka brings it down past O'Reilly. And he tries to do a 1-2 with Tate. He feels he was fouled, but the referee says no. And we continue with the ball back in City's possession as Nunez comes away with it on that right-hand side. It's a very slow game. That's what I will say. It's quite a slow game from Man City. Well, they've had a lot of the ball. I'd be a bit frustrated if I was a Man City fan. I say, bloody hell, we've had all the ball and we're not doing anything with it. As it's fizzed into Marmoush, but Mavpanos wins it, but couldn't quite pick up the loose ball. It's back to Nunez, and Mavpanos runs back into position, and we have the same thing again, which is City just playing it around on the halfway line. I'm only winding you up, Michael. I'll tell you the answer when there's a break in play. Fluffy, thank you very much for your support. No, Somerville is injured. The bench is scrolling along the bottom of your screen at all times throughout it. Unless I click on a comment, you can't see it, but it's, you have a look at your bench. But the bench is Areola, Walker-Peters, Kilman, Mayers, Magassa, Potts, Kante, Adama, and Wilson. And it's a free kick to Manchester City, right outside our box. And this is, I'm going to say, Marmouche shooting territory. To be fair, they've got quite a few that might fancy the shot here. Silva, Semenyo, Fernandez conceding the free kick there. It's maybe a little bit wide. It's maybe a little bit wide, but it is going to be Marmouche to strike it. Oh, Pissanel. No, don't score. I like him. I like Marmouche. Do not score. It's Marmouche. Wide. Bad free kick in the end. Don't know what I was worrying about. Pathetic. Right, Michael. Basically, when Real Madrid played Manchester City during the week, they had Güler marking Haaland at corners. Now, for anyone that is unaware, Güler's an attacking midfielder, and he's not tall. So he's one of the weaker players in the air, but he was marking Erling Haaland. And the Spanish media did a piece about how Real Madrid and Arbeloa, the head coach of Real Madrid, identified / felt. Now, there will be, I haven't checked the data, but I'd imagine the data backs this up, hence how they've spotted it, or they think they've spotted it. But they believe Erling Haaland is not a threat at corners, and that he doesn't actually win that much headers at corners. Now, he obviously scores from headers, but they believe it's an open play. And they felt that the other players like Marc Guéhi, Ruben Diaz, even Semenyo, they were the greater threats aerially at attacking corners. So that's why Real Madrid had Güler man marking Erling Haaland. And to be fair, for us, we tend to do zonal and marking, and Juve's just one of those players allocated to man marking. There will always be a player or two not being marked for West Ham, though, so it'll be interesting. I think, if anything, I find that more intriguing as to which players we decide to leave free, because usually there's at least one. Alexis McAllister at Anfield was one of those, and it caused us problems. Anyway, back to the action. 23 minutes on the clock at the London Stadium, and it's West Ham United 0, Manchester City 0. I've just bored Michael to death in the live chat as Taribo plays it to Mavpanos, who gives it to Disasi, and out to El Hadji Malik Diouf as West Ham try and get into double figures of possession. But what I will say, listen, this isn't good fun, right? This isn't fun to watch. It's not enjoyable. However, it's come up on the screen. We've had 16% possession. So it's not fun, right? But does anyone feel threatened by Man City? I can't say I do. We've been reasonably comfortable, I think. Man City have had a lot of the ball, but it's in the middle third of the pitch. We're organised. Every player appears to be working hard. I'd like to see more from us in the sense that can we get the ball and, well, can we keep it? But we've got it here, boring into Fernandez, and we're on the move quick again. Fernandez looking for Pablo, but Kusanov gets there and gives it back to Donnarumma. But when we get the ball, we are trying to get forward quickly with numbers, and, well, Man City are not. They're just passing it backwards and sideways. So it's not fun. It is risky. It may rely on us keeping a clean sheet, but So far, I feel okay, chat, to be honest with you. But it does depend on us not conceding. I get what people are saying in the live chat, though. You know, Parker saying it's a death from 1,000 cuts. Lewis said, I've seen this 1,000 times. I know how it ends before. I do not disagree with either of those comments. Anyway, Wan-Bissaka just plays off O'Reilly, gets a throw in, and he takes it quickly to Bowen, who flicks it to Tate, to Pablo. Juif's in space. Pablo recognises him, finds him. Juif's out on the left-hand side. 3 players in the middle again. Juif cuts it. Oh, he's got all muddled up there, Juif. He's decided to cut in and shoot and sort of almost took the player on, but then forgot to shoot. And he's done really well to win it back against Nunez here, and he's coming down the left. Sends in across early, but Kusanov clears it. Semenyo brings it down. Fernandez battling away. Semenyo shrugs him off. Mavropanos is on the case now. He puts a tackle in, and it's a throw into Man City over on their right-hand side. As Pep Linders makes some notes. Sign Fernandez. Kusanov pops out to Bernardo Silva. Into Semenyo, who's picked up a nice bit of space there. He gets it to O'Reilly. And arguably, this is what we've got to be a little bit careful of, which is when we do go up the pitch, that we don't afford Man City too much space to move into. So Rodri comes piling forward. It's found Marmoush. Souček puts a tackle in. Mavropanos does his best to clear it, but it was an awkward one. Aït-Nouri picks up, sends the cross in, and Haaland with a header at the back post, and he gets it all wrong, and it's a goal kick to West Ham. Terrible header by Haaland there. Happily, I cannot answer your question specifically, but what I can say is if you were looking for a VPN and you wanted to take advantage of a deal with a VPN, you can go to surfshark.com/HammersChat and you will be able to get 4 months free on your VPN for using our link. Plus, you've got a 30-day money-back guarantee as well. Could be useful. They don't sponsor this video, but I'm happy to recommend it as Pablo goes back to Juif, who turns O'Reilly and looks for Jared Bowen, and Bowen looks in pain there. Bowen is still down. He slid in Jared Bowen, and him and Kusanov made contact with each other. And Bowen is still down, which is not good, as Man City find Marmoush on the edge of the box. He goes back to Aït-Nouri, into Rodri. As Bowen's up on his feet, and he's not very happy. He's, I always say limping, that would be generous. He is skipping. As Semenyo pops out to Nunez. Bowen is now hobbling instead of skipping. Be interesting to see a replay on that one, because where he's holding, which is the back of his calf, you'd imagine that was a bit tasty. So let's have a look at this replay. Bowen is not happy with the referee. And we've not seen a replay yet, and there's no VAR because the play is resumed. So VAR was going to get involved. They'd paused the game, but they have not. So no action will be taken. But I don't know if they should be taking action or not. I've not seen a replay. What I do know is Bowen's not happy and sore. Tate's just dropped in for Jared Bowen. I should just stress that as I look for Marmoush, but he is offside and it's a free kick to West Ham. And we might get a replay on this occasion here. Let's see what happened to Jared Bowen. So Bowen slid in and Kusanov stood on him. Do you know what? I'm not... I don't think there's anything in that. I think it's just... I don't think it's intentional. He's trod on him, but I don't think he's meant to do it. I'm not... yeah. Anyway, we do have a free kick, though, because Semenyo's fouled Juve over on the left-hand side, deep in our own half. As we approach the half-hour mark at the London Stadium, it's still West Ham United 0, Manchester City 0. Manson goes long with a free kick, looking for Tate, but it's well and easily won by Rodri. But Todibo, it's a poor header down by Todibo, and he gives it straight to Aït-Nouri. But Wan-Bissaka's putting him under pressure, forcing it back to Donnarumma. And we've certainly got numbers up pressing here, West Ham. We're not making Donnarumma play it short. We're making him go long, and he finds Haaland, but Panos is stuck to him. Gets a little bit lucky there as it falls to Semenyo. He gives it to O'Reilly. Semenyo out to Marmoush. A little bit stretched here for the first time as Bernardo Silva receives it on overlap. And his cross. Oh, for fuck's sake. I mean, is he chipped the key? Is he chipped to Manson? Is it taking a deflection? What? Let's have a look. Oh, for fuck's sake, Hermanson. His positioning is all wrong. I don't know why he's so far off his line in that area. I don't know if Silva meant it. No, looking at Silva's face, Silva did not mean to do that. Silva's... I'll be honest with you, I thought that was an outrageous goal by Bernardo Silva. But looking at the replays, constantly he's just looking in the box, and then you see his reaction. I don't think he's meant that, but I think it's poor positioning from Hermanson that. Now we're in trouble really, because we're gonna have to do something that we've not done all game, which is to take it to Man City. As Fernandes goes long, looking for Wan-Bissaka. Too much on it, and it's out for throw into Man City, right in the corner. Manson plays it out to Juve. Back to Disasi. This is going to be a long hour now. Ironically, the goal comes from us pressing Man City high up the pitch. It went back to Donnarumma, and everyone went up the pitch and pressed. And Donnarumma went long, and then this worked out to Silva. So the one time we pressed on the edge of the Man City box, they broke and scored. Frustrating. We do have a corner, though. Maybe Disasi can finally get his bloody goal. Bowen's going to take it over on our right-hand side. Come on, boys. Our first corner of the evening. Jared Bowen to whip it in. Bowen sends it in. It's in! Mavropanos! Yes! Yes! It's 1-1 already! Mavropanos! I was betting on that fucker to score a header at the start of the season. He didn't score one. He's finally bloody got one. Some of you lot in the live chat were calling that. Some of you lot in the live chat before the game were saying Mavropanos' goal. There's the Bowen assist. It's a good one. I'll tell you what, it's a goalkeeping mistake down the other end as well. Donnarumma comes for it and misses it. Which means a lot of Hammers Chat subscribers would not want Donnarumma at West Ham. For legal reasons, that was a joke. It's just over the line, but do you know something? It's a brilliant corner by Jared Bowen. Bowen's corners have been really, really good recently. Really, really good. Brilliant header by Mavropanos. It's just over the line. I don't care. I do not care. We're back in the game. It's West Ham 1, Man City 1. Play resumes. Goal stands. Get in. 1-1. Right, okay, we've got a let-off as Bernardo Silva goes in on Fernandez and he's going to get a booking here, the Man City captain, and he does. Let's have a look at this. Looked a little bit naughty, I'll be honest with you. What they're showing me, his goal. I don't want to see his goal. I want to see the foul again. Anyway, we've got a free kick inside our own half. Bernardo Silva in the booking. Some in the live chat saying that should have been a red card. I know there was a replay, but it went too quick for me. I would have liked to have seen another replay of that. So I'm going to do a bit of an Arsene Wenger and say I didn't see it properly. But I genuinely didn't. Anyway, Mark Gay will take the goal kick for Man City. We took the free kick and just bounced that straight out for a goal kick as Donnarumma goes long. Looking for Haaland. It's a bad first touch and it's a throw-in to West Ham just inside the City half over on our left-hand side. 8 minutes till half-time. Tadibo is on the ball. Back to Mavropanos, who goes long, looking for Wan-Bissaka, who's high up the pitch. Aïnoudi wins the header and gets us a throw-in. It's not a bad thing, that. I don't mind us forcing throw-ins that high down the pitch. As we're taking throw-ins really quickly, that's what I will say. When we're taking free throw-ins, especially down Wan-Bissaka's side, we are trying to take it quicker. Out to Wan-Bissaka once more. We've got players in the middle. One thing I am impressed by is when we do get down the sides, we are getting Bowen, Pablo and Tate consistently in the box. They're consistently getting in there. All three of them. But we've not really sent the crosses in yet. I would like to see a bit more of that. Test them with some crosses from open play if we can. The problem is if all three of them go in there, there's little help for Wan-Bissaka or Juve. And Wan-Bissaka's gone in late on Mark Gay there. It's a free kick to Man City, and I think he might end up in the book for that Wan-Bissaka. It is a little late. We'll see if he's been booked. We're watching Mavropanos' goal again, which is good. I want to see the Bernardo Silva thing. I'm not getting to see it. I want to see Bernardo Silva's foul. Just because people in the live chat are saying it should be a red card. Anyway, City get the game back underway. Silva back to Mark Gay, back to Donnarumma, into Rodri. We're pressing high up the pitch again. And Kusanov goes long, but Fernandez wins it. This is good from us. Do you know what? I don't think we're playing bad tonight. Pablo brings it down. He's looking for... Tate's got it. That was unlucky. He looks for Todibo, who's running forward in the right wing position at the minute, Todibo, and he's trying to go round Aït-Nouri. He's been blocked, and it's a throw-in to West Ham, and Pablo there tried to just play Bowen through, and Tate intercepted it, but it wasn't... Tate didn't realise it was for Bowen, the intended pass. As Wan-Bissaka goes long into Tate, who heads it down. Pablo flicks it down, but Fernandez pulls Marmoush down. It's a free kick to Manchester City, just outside their box. Steve Silva fouled Fernandez. And Man City get the play underway, and we're straight back on it with the press. But they've worked out to Nunez, and he's got a little bit of space to move into here, which he does. But Pablo's got back and forced an error, and Juve picks up the loose ball. He's under pressure from Semenyo, so he's only got one option, which is Disasi. Now he's under pressure, but he's getting it back to Juve. Good play there by them two. Really good play here by Juve. He's done excellent. He finds Tate, Pablo, into Fernandez, into Souček. He switches it. Brilliant play there by West Ham. We've got really good at this in the last few weeks. In the last few weeks... we've really got confident at playing out from the back and stuff, and we're not too shabby at it. We're risky at it sometimes, but we're doing okay. We're doing all right. I don't mind it. A little bit heart attacky, but we're doing okay. Anyway, just under 5 minutes of normal time to go until we're into stoppage time at the end of the first half. It's currently West Ham United 1, Manchester City 1. As Disasi goes back to Hermansen. Out to Todibo and into Fernandez, who dinks it to Wan-Bissaka and gets it back, but intercepted by Aït-Nouri, but Bowen's in there, hassling away, and we've turned into a bit of a battle, I think, in the last... since Man City have scored, I think we've actually turned it into a little bit of a battle. We're not letting them just pass it around consistently. We're starting to hassle them a little bit more and just make the game a little bit uglier. As we fed it into Jared Bowen, who's lifted over the top for Tate, if he can just get on the end of this. But he can't. Mark Gay does, and Tate trips the City centre-back, but advantage is played as... I think advantage was played, and it was, as Aït-Nouri comes forward with the ball now, and into Rodri. We're just disrupting them a little bit more since they've scored. Wirtz is right. They don't like it up them. I agree. Ken, it's not half-time. There's still 2 minutes of normal time, plus whatever Michael Oliver adds on, and I imagine there will be a couple of minutes, but considering there's been a couple of goals, we might get 2 minutes added on, perhaps. As Disasi goes down that left channel into Tate, who knocks it down to Pablo, who looks for Jared Bowen, but Aït-Nouri gets there before our skipper, as Man City go back to Donnarumma, and Tate closes him down. And Mark Gay just comes away with the ball, but there's not much options on for the former Palace centre-back. He's dribbling forward with it. Into Semenyo in the middle of the pitch. Mavropanos putting him under pressure. Out to Nunez. And back to Aït-Nouri, who is over on the right-hand side for Man City at this point for some reason, after covering for Jared Bowen's run. And Semenyo just comes forward, gives it to Nunez, out on this right-hand side for Man City, high up the pitch. Man City outside West Ham's box, just a minute of normal time to go. Pep Guardiola making his way into the stand to get ready for half-time. As Semenyo's on the ball for Manchester City. Everyone back for West Ham at the minute, including Tate, Pablo and Jared Bowen. As Kusanov just lures Fernandez into the press and beats him, but Thomas Souček puts in a great tackle. Really important tackle there As Wan-Bissaka just plays himself into trouble, and Riley gives it to Haaland. It cuts back for Semenyo, but it's wide. And Wan-Bissaka just a little bit risky there. He turned. He had two players around him, and I don't think he realised. And he turned into Marmoush, and O'Reilly fed Haaland, who laid off Semenyo, and he put it wide of the post. He just tried to place it into the far corner, but couldn't manage it. And it's a goal kick to West Ham as we're into stoppage time, and there will be 2 minutes added on at the end of this first half at the London Stadium. As Tati flicks on the goal kick, but it gets volleyed back to Donnarumma by Bernardo Silva as Pablo presses the City goalkeeper, who plays out to Nunez. Jared Bowen is chasing him, and he's done really well out there, Jared Bowen, but he's conceded a free kick. It's taken quickly by City, but Oliver wants it retaken as a ball was rolling, and Nunez gives it to Bernardo Silva. Fernandes trying to delay the restart, but didn't manage on this occasion, and City pop it out to Aït-Nouri on the left-hand side at this stage, as there's a minute of stoppage time to go. Marmoush running out to Debo, who does really well to intercept that pass. O'Reilly made a really good underlapping run. Aït-Nouri, pass one, pass two, but Fernandes puts a tackle in. Rodri picks up. It's been cleared by Wan-Bissaka. Nunez just knocks it down to Semenyo, and Souček's there again. He's doing well at breaking all these bits up for Man City. Whenever Man City are stringing a few passes or they get right on the edge of our box, it's usually Souček is there just breaking it up. Aït-Nouri feeds into Marmoush, and Tadebo's been quite aggressive with him this evening, and he's not stopping that as he's battling away, and play continues. O'Reilly on the ball for City. Everyone back for West Ham. Into Rodri. Nunez! High. Well high. Goal kick to West Ham. You'd imagine that will see us through to half-time. There we go. Half-time. West Ham 1, Manchester City 1. Trumpy saying it's a watch along, not a listen along. What's Ken saying? Who's Ken? What's his complaint? Let me have a quick look. Let me address. Do we have a complaint? Why no commentary? Sorry, what? What game do you think I'm talking about? Why no commentary? Anyway. I've been doing my best to provide commentary. Lewis says, I think we can afford to be more adventurous in the second half. Mark is saying, fight, grit and determination. A lot of criticism for Wan-Bissaka in the first half, or at half-time here. Jans are saying 2 negatives. Wan-Bissaka's erratic and Tate's not in the game. I don't disagree with either of those 2 negatives, Jans. I think Wan-Bissaka's pretty shaky. Denny saying, fair play to this team, has shown strength and character since the game against QPR. Victory saying, wouldn't change a thing. Second half, been solid. Only worry for me is we've been guilty of overplaying a little bit. Jay saying, we'll take that for the first half. We can get something out of this. Come on, you irons. Joshua saying, Donnarumma reminds me of De Gea. Best shot stopper in the world, but distribution and cross-claimings have always been poor. Yeah, I don't disagree with your analysis there. Sam saying, Wan-Bissaka needs to step up to his level. Tati needs to work harder. Tadebo's been great. Ryan saying, we need to keep going at them and rattle them. I think we can win this. Sean saying, boys playing well. Just need someone to play someone in on goal. Grouch is saying that Wan-Bissaka was feast or famine in that half. He's getting drawn out of position because he has no outlet. Fernandes started to help him, which allowed us to get out. Dal is saying we've had some nice passages of play, the sort we really saw under Potter and Lopetegui. And they're all battling against better against Man City than I've seen. You've got to love Mavropanos. I absolutely do love Mavropanos. The underdog for the Hammer of the Year, as we discussed it in the Cup of Tea. Someone said it. I think that Mavropanos is the dark horse. Thank you very much to Fireplace Elephants, who's an Everton fan, but he wants West Ham to stay up. And he said, come on, you Irons! And also kindly donated £5 to the channel. An Everton fan donating to the channel. Well, that's very, very kind of you. Elephants, thank you so much. Wilson would bring Potts on for Souček. Need a bit more bite in midfield. I think Souček's playing well, personally. I think he's the one that's breaking things up on the edge of our box. There's been a couple of times Man City, Rodri or O'Reilly have weaved in past one or two challenges, and they've got to the edge of our box, and it feels like it's the crucial moment, and Souček's the one that's got in there, and he's also got his head on a couple of Man City corners as well. So I actually think Souček's playing okay. He's limited, but I think he's suiting his role today, which is to protect the larger than usual defence. Terror's saying the same thing. Souček been breaking everything up for me and clearing. I agree with you. I agree with Freedom as well, which is Tati needs to step up. West Ham fan for life saying, has Pablo done anything? Correct me if I'm wrong. I think he's had some nice link-up play. I think it's a difficult one for him. I think his pass into Bowen, which was intercepted by Tati, I think his pass to Bowen looked good. I don't know if it was or not because it was intercepted, but I think he's doing his best to get involved, and he's working hard off the ball. But I appreciate we're talking about a striker and we're complimenting what he's doing off the ball rather than on it. But I think Tati's doing less. Eskimo saying, am I mad for thinking the handball should be a red card? Deliberate cheating. I think deliberate handball is a yellow card. I think it's a booking, personally, Eskimo. Unless it's obviously on the line or something, you're punching it like you're the goalkeeper, then it's a red card. But then you're getting sent off for denying a goal-scoring opportunity, not handball. Handball's just the offence you've committed, or how you've committed the offence. Billow saying Hermansen is crap. Cassandra saying Pablo doesn't have the finesse, to look good against a side like Manchester City. Brian saying Souček just isn't offering us anything going forward from the midfield. Charles saying Pablo and Tati not in the game at the minute. Chris saying Souček and Pablo doing well. Welcome to people's opinions. John T saying I think Pablo is good bringing players into the game. We need more from him in that half. I just want to say massive thank you to you guys for joining me and for sticking with me. 2,000 of you watching live right this very second, so huge thank you. If you're new to the channel, please do subscribe, and if you could drop a like on the video as well by clicking thumbs up, that would be much appreciated. So when someone comes onto YouTube, types in West Ham Man City, this could be their #1 recommended video. Kevin Ord saying doing okay, heads didn't drop when City scored unlike recent games against them. Right, I'm going to have my chit chat for the next couple of minutes, and then I'll turn back to the live chat. I think it's difficult to watch this because Man City are having so much of the ball, and it is frustrating when you're watching the opposition just pass it around. And the first 15, 20 minutes in particular was painful because we barely got it. And when we did, we just cleared it. We couldn't string two passes together. So it was a difficult watch from that aspect. However, I don't think Man City were creating anything. So as much of the balls they had, it was all sideways and backwards in and around the halfway line. Manson had very little to do. And I mean, I would argue he has had very little to do, even though we conceded one. And he was at fault for that goal. He was 2 yards off his line when he shouldn't be. Even if he's expecting the cross to come in, I don't see why he is where he is. I'm just watching the replay now quickly on the side. I don't know why he's there. But since their goal, I thought we've responded quite well. We've started pressing higher up the pitch. And in fairness, I think we started pressing just before City scored because their goal come from us pressing high up the pitch. We forced Donnarumma to go long over Pablo, Tati, Bowen into, I think it was Semenyo, and then City passed it around us on the halfway line and managed to get Silva free on that left-hand side. But we got the corner, and fantastic header by Magpies. Really good corner from Jared Bowen. Another assist for Jared Bowen. Another assist from him. Let me just check the bet, actually. Hopefully one of you guys will win a few quid tonight. But we needed Bowen to get a goal or an assist, didn't we? And that's the bloody only thing that's happening at the minute by the looks of it. We're going to need a few things in the second half to happen, but we've got one of them. But the final third of the half, I think we've done all right. I think we've been pressing higher up. We've been making it. I think we turned the last 10, 15 minutes of that first half. I think we turned it into a bit of a battle. I think we made it uncomfortable for Manchester City, and I don't think they were enjoying it when we were getting stuck in. We were in their faces, and we made it scrappy. And I'm okay with that because I think it suits us more than it suits them. I don't think they like it when it gets a little bit scrappy and it gets a little bit ping-pong in there. So we responded well to a goal down, 1-1 at half-time. If you offered me the chance to pack up and go home now, I'd say absolutely, we'll have that point. Thank you very much. And if we can get it 1-1, 2-2 by full time, then I think we've done really well. Obviously, we can go get the win. That would be incredible. I would be ecstatic if we were to go on and win this game. Going by what I've seen in the first half, I think it's going to be difficult. I think City remain the more likely winners out of this tie. Look at the bench they've got. They've just got a disgusting amount of talent on that bench to bring on and change the game. But they're going to have to, because they play like they did in the first half and the second half. I'm not sure that will be enough to go on and beat us, though. The boys are working hard, right? What do we want from the players on the pitch? To give everything, to not give up, and to try and win the game. And I think we are doing that. As much as it's frustrating, we're sitting back. When we are getting on the ball, I do think we're getting players forward. Quite often in the first half, we got the ball out to Wan-Bissaka. The cross didn't come in, but Tate, Pablo and Bowen were all in the box waiting for it. We did it on the other side as well. It went out to Juve. Those three were in the box. The problem was he cut in and lost the ball. But I do feel like when we win the ball, we are trying to get forward in responsible numbers, but we're trying to get forward quickly. I do feel like that's what I'm witnessing. So are we going toe-to-toe with Man City? Not really. Are we, throwing the kitchen sink at them? Absolutely not. But I think we're trying to be responsible. 1-1 at half-time. I'm okay with what I've seen in the first half. I think Wan-Bissaka's not having a great game, but we've got a good replacement for him on the bench. It'll be interesting. What he's going to do come the hour mark is going to be interesting, because I think it's fair to assume that Pablo's going to tire and Tati are going to tire. So there's a couple of subs. And this may be where it becomes a little bit unpopular. I don't think Wilson works in this game. If this game continues like this in the second half, I don't think Callum Wilson works. I think you need energy. I think Adama will, but I'm not sure Wilson. I don't think Wilson does. So actually, I think Adama coming on for, say Pablo and Tati are done. I think Traore is one of the subs. I actually think there's an argument that maybe Kante should be the other one, so that you bring that energy in and you put Bowen up front or something. I'm not sure Callum Wilson. I don't think Wilson would succeed in this game. I think it's too. When we've got forward, we're doing it quick, and I just think it would bypass him completely. He's a good player in the box, Callum Wilson. We're just not getting the ball in the box. I think he struggles outside it. So the game might change, but for now, I'm not sure. We would need to be higher up the pitch, with possession higher up the pitch, before I want to see Wilson come on. But I might change my mind going by what I see for the next 15, 20 minutes of the second half. Anyway, let's see what you're saying in the live chat. Travis saying Pablo Kante swap at 60. Adama replaces Tate. And that was before I started speaking. Christian saying Wan-Bissaka's been poor, but he's our main route to progress forward. And you know something, that's fair. Peter saying I like the tactics. Got to give credit to Nuno so far. Rio saying Panos has much hate, but stepped up. Always thought he had it in him. He is a giant. GB's concerned if we have Hermansen in goal for the rest of the season, it will be an unnecessary risk when we have Areola. Apart from his feet, he's just better all-round goalkeeper. Gerard saying that Dama coming in and making marauding runs at them will make a difference. I think this game might actually suit Adama, but he's got to get his arse back. But I was impressed by what I seen on Monday night. Grout saying when Magassa comes on, let's hope it's the Fulham version that shows up. He was excellent. Such Jekyll and Hyde performances, weren't it? He was excellent against Fulham, changed the game, brilliant. But then he was absolutely crap against Brentford. You just don't know what you're going to get with him, do you? So we're going to have to wait and see. Femmer saying Hermansen gets us clean sheets, but today definitely isn't a problem. Not today, but he definitely isn't a problem, like some are saying. Got an opportunity to be Denmark's number one, isn't he? Kasper's pulled out of the playoffs as well. Quite a big game for them, obviously in the playoffs, because, you know, someone won the group. So the Danes are in the World Cup playoffs at the end of this month, and Kasper Schmeichel said he needs a rest. So he's not going to be called up for Denmark, which means it might be Jorgensen, but Hermansen's got a chance of being the new Danish number one, but I'd imagine it's Jorgensen. Anyway, welcome to Denmark chat. David saying definitely missed Somerville. We would have got on one of those balls, but at least we're still in the match. We can't sit back. I completely agree with everything that David's just said there. Jordan saying Adama in the last 10, he was good against, but I also think he was part of the reason Scars looked bad. Malk is saying, changing the subject, watching Everton's game, I'm happy Moysen our manager. It was a boring game. Loved the fact that a 16-year-old was instrumental in first goal and scored the second one. I did not watch that game. Matt saying I drunkenly predicted 2-2. Pablo needs to press more. Well, your drunken self may be correct, and I hope you are. You know, we get a draw here, I'll be very happy. But thank you for your support, Matt. Very, very kind of you. Players coming out for the second half. At half time, Mark's forgotten who won the group, the World Cup qualifiers. Just amuse me, Mark. Come on, amuse me. I'm enjoying football at the minute. Freedom saying there's no changes, as Kola Toure is writing on his notepad. Right then. Let me get the clock ready for the second half. Second half about to get underway at the London Stadium. West Ham United shall take kickoff. As it's 1-1 at half-time. Goals from Bernardo Silva and Konstantinos Mavropanos. As Pep takes his seat in the director's box for the second half. Tate will get West Ham underway in the second half here. And we're off. We're underway at the London Stadium for the second half. As Mavropanos chases a loose ball and it goes out for throw-in, but he just rolls it to Debo. Do you know I have a pet hate when it comes to back threes and back fives, right? I have a pet hate. I'm going to share it with you. When the wing back takes throw-ins, it really annoys me. Because you've got one less player, because everyone throws it forward, right? Can we agree that, well, majority of the throw-ins go in the forward direction. But as your wing-back's taking it, to West Ham it, Wan-Bissaka's taking it there. He's got Tadibo behind him. He's got Souček level with him. Then he's got Bowen and Tati ahead of him. And that's it. He's got two players to aim for. That's it. But if you get Tadibo to take the throw-in, right, you've got Wan-Bissaka ahead of you, as well as Tati and Bowen. You get an extra player further up to aim at. And it really frustrates me when a wing-back takes it. I always think this centre-back needs to come and take it. Push the wing-back down the line. Anyway, Tate just pressing Man City's defence. There's Kusanov just wiggles away from him before going back to Donnarumma. And he gives it back to, I don't know his nationality. What nationality is Kusanov? Don't know. It'll be on the screen, won't it? What nationality is Kusanov? Someone in the live chat will know. I'm not. Uzbeki. Is he Uzbekistan? Oh, did not know that. Keanu, good knowledge. Anyway, Rodri gives it into Marmoush, who's on the edge of the box for Manchester City. Out to Bernardo Silva. Cuts it into Marmoush, and his shot goes wide, and it's a goal kick to West Ham. And that's a different bit of movement there for Man City. Marmoush popping up on the right-hand side, not something we've seen in the first half, as he was over on the left-hand side, trying his luck against Todibo and getting man-marked by Todibo, really. Should be interesting to see if he stays on this right-hand side. And he is. So we've just taken a goal kick, and he's up there with Erling Haaland, and he's to the right of Erling Haaland. So while there's been no subs, there is a tweak somewhat from Manchester City. And Semenyo's gone over to the left. So Semenyo and Marmoush have slightly swapped round. I say slightly, they have. They've swapped round full stop. Rodri just plays a lovely ball into Marmoush before going back to Nunez. And he looks for Marmoush, but Hermansen comes out, intercepts it, and rolls it into the feet of Diouf, who gives it to Fernandes and gives it back to our Senegal left wing back. And Pablo does really well there. He gives it to Tate, who switches play. It's a really bad ball by Tate. He didn't need to do that. It was two players to aim at. He had Bowen and Wan-Bissaka to aim at, and he found out Nuri. He's not having a great game, Tate. I've been a bit disappointed by him tonight. Needs to just do a bit better. Diouf on the ball goes back to Disasi and back to Hermansen. We've certainly, it's only 5 minutes in the second half. We've definitely, Ralph just said it, we're pushing high, and we're definitely more expansive is how I would maybe phrase it for the second half. There's a bigger gap between our midfield and defence compared to the first half. And looking at it here, Man City have got everyone. So our defence had the ball there with Souček was involved, but Todibo, Disasi, Mavropanos and Souček. Then you had Semenyo, Marmoush, Haaland, and then you had O'Reilly, Silva and Rodri, and then you had Fernandes and Bowen. So there was definitely, the game's opened up a little bit here. Keanu, there is no post-game dessert tonight, unfortunately. Sad times. But I am going to get a cookie from M&S tomorrow. I'm going to do the live show tomorrow at 9 in the morning since it's Mother's Day. And what we do on a Sunday, what our routine is on a Sunday now is, once I'm finished the live show on a Sunday morning, there's an M&S 10 minutes away. It's a little one, but it's got a car park. So we go to M&S, park up, pop into M&S, and get whatever's got a yellow label on it. I appreciate this is a bit tight. I don't care, right? This is what we do. We go in, and whatever's on offer is what we're having for tea that night. And then I'll get a cookie from the bakery. That's my treat. And Mrs. G will have a muffin. And across from M&S there's a park. So we'll take Grace to the park for 15 minutes or so. That's what we do every Sunday now. I say every Sunday. We've done it for about 4 Sundays. But it's nice. It's a little treat. As Man City just come forward here. Bernardo Silva gets it from Nunez before giving it back to him, and it's with O'Reilly, a lovely ball into Aït-Nouri, but well intercepted there by West Ham, and Diouf just gives it into Pablo, who's got 3-4 City players around him, and he just say, half cleared it in the direction towards where Javid Boyd is, but it was more of a clearance than a pass, and Man City pick it back up. Casonia, no, Grace doesn't get anything from M&S just yet. Not yet. Not those flipping prices. I'm not paying £2 for her to get something to only eat a little bit. No. Got annoyed earlier though. I had ribbon saucy knickknacks, which, can we just agree, are severely underrated crisp, aren't they? Ribbon saucy knickknacks are severely underrated, right? And I had a bag of them earlier, and Grace wanted one, so I thought, all right, I'm gonna give you one, and you're gonna hate it. So I thought she was gonna spit it out, and then that would be it, right? And I gave her one, and she bloody enjoyed it. 15 months old, and she was tucking into my ribbon saucy knick-knack, and she just wanted more. I was like, I thought I was playing a game, you know. Give her it. You're not gonna like it. You'll go away and leave me to eat my crisps and paste. I gave her it, and she wanted another one. Completely backfired. Anyway, we're doing all right here. Actually, I should just get back to commentary. Otherwise, Ken might pop up. But saying that, he was complaining when I was doing commentary. Tate gives out to Souček. It's good play by West Ham. Look, in it. We just couldn't get on the end of it. Engage. Whenever we get the ball wide, we're getting players in the box. We are getting players in the box, right? I'm liking this. We've got. You can disagree. You're more than welcome to disagree. It's normal, right? But I couldn't, hand on heart, I could not say, I don't think we're trying to win this game, right? I couldn't do it. Hand on heart, I believe we're trying to win this game. Trying to win games comes in different forms. It's not always bombard the opposition with shots and stuff like that. It's just coming up now that we've had more in the first half with the 30% possession. In the second half, we've had 34% possession. So it's ever so slightly more. But I do think we're trying to do something here. And it goes out to Semenyo, who's running at Todibo. Oh, piss off. He's caught him. Good block by Todibo. I thought Semenyo had his number there, but he done well to block that. Hermansen claimed the high ball. There's space out opening up in the middle of the pitch. The game stopped for some reason. What's the game stopped for? Did it go out? Nuno doesn't seem happy. Nuno didn't think it went out. Anyway, Rodri's on the ball for Man City, just inside the West Ham half. Good to see so many people. Fans of the ribbon saucy knickknacks. Long ball over the top, too long, through to Hermansen. And a massive thank you to Louis, saying, "Bye, Grace, a treat. On me, you'll never walk alone." Well, that's very kind of you as a Liverpool fan. My hesitation is you could also be a Celtic fan, so I'm going to assume it's a Liverpool fan. But thank you, very kind of you. And I promise you, I will get her a treat from M&S tomorrow from the bakery. "56 minutes on the clock. West Ham United 1. Roysters or Cheetos?" What's Roysters? Is Roysters the steak crisps? I think we should save this crisp chat for the cup of tea. That's a cup of tea type thing. But Roysters are the steak crisps, aren't they? The bubble ones. I love them. But I do also love Cheetos. The flaming hot ones. Right, I'm going to do my best to provide commentary rather than crisp chat. Ken has unsubscribed. Tate Crikey almighty, he's done a Rabona. And it found Pablo, who's gone backwards, and it's found Jared Boyd. That's unlucky. That's unlucky. Rodri gets it, but that was unlucky there from West Ham. Semenyo into O'Reilly. 57 minutes on the clock. Rodri into Haaland. Out to Mark Gay. Into Semenyo and back to Mark Gay. Everyone forward for Man City except Kusanov. Everyone back for West Ham, including Tati. As Souček just gives Haaland a nudge. And it bounces straight back to Rodri, and it's a bad pass from him. Wan-Bissaka intercepts, but there's no one to pass to because we're so deep here. We're so far. We've got everyone back. So when Wan-Bissaka gets the ball, there's nowhere to play it. O'Reilly on the ball. So Man City starting to get a little bit frustrated. You could see Mark Gay on the ball just pointing and saying, where am I meant to pass to? There's no one to pass to. Tadibo does well to intercept it, and he's only really got one option, which is to put out for throwing, and that's exactly what he does. Anyway, substitutions coming from Manchester City. It's fuck's sake, it's Cherky. The guy that I'm worried about the most, full stop, is coming on now. As Wan-Bissaka is getting a little bit tough out there. O'Reilly looks for Haaland, well intercepted Mavropanos, and he finds Pablo as well. He's having a fantastic game at the back, Mavropanos, isn't he? Easily my man of the match so far. And that's without the goal, include the goal, and it's just what we're saying, chat, is, am I right? Mavropanos is our best player, full stop. If I want to, I'll do a YouTuber thing, a YouTube comments thing. Mavropanos, man of the match, end of story. Mavropanos, man of the match, fact. Oh, Doku's coming on as well. So Wan-Bissaka's the way to get tested down that side. So let's see the subs. Marmouche is going off to be replaced by Cherky. And people are agreeing that it's Mavropanos. That's good. So Mavropanos, Marmouche off, Cherky coming on, and Ait Nouri going off for Doku. So perhaps we'll see O'Reilly going to left back for Man City. I suspect O'Reilly will go to left back for Man City. I will confirm in a minute. Doku will go left wing. Phil Foden's getting ready to come on for Man City. Pep Guardiola's still hollering down the phone at Pep Linders. Done incredibly well to get signal in that stadium, I will say that. If I tried to ring someone during the game, I don't think my phone would work. Got different Wi-Fi, I suppose. They're not on the public Wi-Fi. Just to confirm, O'Reilly has gone left back for Manchester City. I'm a bit concerned that Wan-Bissaka's currently jogging around side O'Reilly. Where's Doku gone then? He must be on that left-hand side. So I hope we've not... Yeah, he is. Wan-Bissaka's on Doku now. Cherky looks for Haaland, and it's saved by Hermansen. Good save. Good save. Thank. Difficult one for Haaland. It was needing to be shot with his right foot, really. He got away from Disasi, and he just didn't open his body up enough, Erling Haaland. And Mad Hermansen, it's a fingertip save by him to put it around the post. Listen to me discussing Erling Haaland not opening his body up enough. Damn, there's sometimes I say something and I don't half feel like a fraud. I mean, they've got another corner here. I thought it was a Man City player because it went a little bit wide, but it looks like it came off Pablo's head. He didn't know much about that, Pablo. He sort of turned his back a little bit, and it's he's definitely headed it, but it's gone just past our own post. It's another corner. Bernardo Silva will take it from the left-hand side. It's an outswinger, and it comes, and it's headed away by Mavropanos. Who else? Cherky puts it out to Nunez, the only Man City player not in West Ham third. As West Ham just get reorganised from the corner. Man City take a minute to build up once again. Less than half an hour normal time to go. Doku on the ball. Souček puts a tackle in. West Ham want a throw in. Linesman says no. Doku receives it once more. Mark Gay into Cherki. Under pressure by Fernandes. Back to Gay. And back to Cherki, who shrugs Fernandes off. West Ham want a free kick. The ref says no. It's Cherki. And it's deflected, and it's a corner kick to Manchester City. West Ham complaining that we want a free kick. It's one of them awkward ones where Cherki's got his leg across Fernandes. So you could, on one hand, he's not in control of the ball, so it's a foul. On the other hand, he's getting control of the ball. So he's... All I ask is for consistency, really. So if you're not gonna give that as a free kick, if West Ham go do it later in the game, don't give a free kick. Anyway, Kusanov got his head on that corner, but it was comfortably over the bar, and it's a goal kick to West Ham. Phil Foden's still warming up, but he's got his shirt on now rather than his training top. So you feel like Foden's going through his last one. Substitution for West Ham, Megassa coming on for Pablo. He is knackered. He's run himself into the ground. He's just speaking to Souček and Fernandes. Megassa. Stephen, it's a shopping channel. There's no football match going on. Megassa is sold in M&S. Pablo is sold in Tesco. Foden is Waitrose. Rodri on the ball, pops it into Silva, looks for Cherki, under pressure from Disasi. And the French centre-back just backs off into defence, leaving... That's the one thing I will say about Cherki. We'll get onto that in a second, as Doku just approaches Wan-Bissaka and goes back to Cherki, who plays it in, looking for Haaland, but it's headed away by Mavropanos. And Juve's clearance is blocked by Nunez, and it's not quite going to go out, so... Juve's got to deal with it, couldn't quite get it under control, and it goes out for a corner in the end to Man City down their right-hand side. The one thing I will say about Cherki is he does drop a lot deeper. He will go where he has to go to influence the game, and if Foden comes on, he'll do something similar, but you'd imagine one of them will end up trying to pick up pockets of space in front of the West Ham defence. And it's tricky because times Disasi's with Cherki and he's having to back off a little bit and let him have the ball. It's going to take a disciplined half hour from Disasi in particular, as Cherki sends the corner in and headed away by Al Haji Malik Juve. It's only as far as Doku, back to Nunez. Silva, Cherki again, up against Javid Bowen on this right-hand side for Manchester City. Into Semenyo, just outside West Ham's box. Gives it to Rodri, who's in a right wing position. He sends the cross in. It's a dangerous cross, but Todibo gets his head on it as far as Doku, who hits it well over the bar into the away fans, and it's a goal kick to West Ham. And they are cranking up a little bit, Man City. They're starting to resort to long shots, not something we've seen from them thus far in the game, but they are starting to try their luck from distance now. So far, nothing troubling us, but just going to have to be careful. We had a bit of an energetic start to the second half for that 10 minutes or so, 15 minutes, but I feel like it's faded a little bit from us. And it's just a bit one-way traffic at the moment. As Doku is on the ball for Man City, but Bowen and Wan-Bissaka putting him under pressure, forcing him backwards as he gives it to Mark Gay. Tate applauding the effort of his teammates. As Man City play it out to Nunez, who advances towards the halfway line where Megassa awaits him. Rodri on the ball. We've had one shot all game. Man City have now had 11, but only 2 on target. Semenyo, 1-on-1 with Juve. who's back out on this right-hand side after Marmouche was taken off. He gives it to Rodri, who gives it to Nunes, and tipped round the post by Hermansen. And I think it's Megassa, maybe. I think it's maybe Megassa. It's him or Mavropanos or a combination. That looked dangerous. It was a lovely ball by Rodri into Nunes. And it's Megassa just gets his toe in front of that. Megassa sort of tackles Nunes, but it hits Nunes' kicking leg. And Hermansen has to tip it round the post anyway. Bernardo Silva with the corner. In it comes towards the back post. Gay gets his head on it and it's a goal kick to West Ham United. Everyone's congratulating Mavropanos. Was it him? I thought it was Megassa that touched it. Mavropanos was there, to be fair. I will say that. Mavropanos was right there. So if the shot did come off, you'd imagine he would have blocked it. He's having an incredible performance, isn't he, Mavropanos? 67 minutes gone, nearly 68. Hermansen goes long with the goal kick towards that right-hand side. Rodri gets his head on it. Disasi challenges Haaland for it and wins it. Rodri heads it back towards the West Ham defence. Juve heads it away. Bowen knocks it down to Thomas Souček. Out to Wan-Bissaka. He looks for Jared Bowen, finds him. Wonderful play by Jared Bowen, and he's looking for Tate, but he's just couldn't quite get there, and Donnarumma gathers up. Good play there by Jared Bowen. A lovely first touch, lovely bit of control. Ambitious pass, but Tate's been marked out the game, really, by City. He's barely seen Tate at all today. As Rodri drives forward for City. Semenyo back to Nunez. Out to Cherki on this right-hand side. He's cutting in. Fernandes in the left-back position as he's helping Juve. Back to Cherki. In comes a cross. And Wan-Bissaka just flicks it away. Only as far as Doku, who's one-on-one with Wan-Bissaka, cuts it back to Haaland. But it's wide of the far post and it's another goal kick to West Ham. Another effort, a goal for Manchester City. Haaland's looking frustrated. We've barely seen him all game, whilst I think Tate's been marked out the game completely by the City defence. I do think Haaland's, up until now, has not been given a sniff by Mavropanos, helped by Todibo and Disasi as well. 69.5 minutes gone. 20 minutes of normal time. Fucking hell. Plus whatever Oliver adds on. We've taken a goal kick. Disasi heads it towards that Man City defence. Tate battling away as it works its way out to Nunez. Shrugs off Tate. Gives it to Bernardo Silva. Into Rodri. Bowen is putting one hell of a shift tonight, I think Jared Bowen has. He just hasn't stopped running. He's popping up everywhere off the ball, Bowen. Relentless. Personally, I'd be gambling, getting a Adama on for Tate personally. I think I'd be gambling. Just get pace, energy. It's energy that we're lacking, isn't it? He's not going to win anything in the air, Charlie, but with him on the pitch, you can send into the corners, you can send into the channels and let him chase it. And if he does get there, he's got the physique to hold it up and to dribble down those sides. No use thumping it to him in the middle of the pitch. Remember what we used to do with Michail Antonio? We used to just pummel it into the channels. And I remember Antonio speaking about it under David Moyes. Antonio said that, I'm sure it was Moyes. I might be just misremembering. I'll tell you in a second. It's Rodri on the ball for City at the minute. Wiggling on the edge of our box. He goes down. Oliver says no. Bowen tries to break away for it for West Ham. Under pressure from O'Reilly, from Haaland. He tries to prod it through for Tate. A very difficult pass to pull off and he didn't manage it. And Silva picks it up and sort of dribbles towards his own goal to shake off Juve and turns around and dribbles back. As Juve, it's a sensible thing from Juve to just give up the chase. It was a pointless one. Just get back into your position. It's been a very disciplined performance. And there's a long ball looking for Nunez, too long, through to Hermansen. I remember Antonio speaking, and I'm sure it was under David Moyes. I'm sure it was. Someone will correct me if I'm wrong. And Antonio said his instructions were simple. Be in line with the ball. So when West Ham are defending, and let's just say Juve's got the ball, make sure you are, if Juve plays it, I appreciate he didn't play with, but positionally, if Antonio was on the pitch today, if Juve just goes down that left-hand side, you are there. That was the instruction for Antonio. And I think we need a bit of that for Adama Traore, which is basically you're going to go central, but your job is, if it's with Todibo and Wan-Bissaka, you're going to have to go over on that right-hand side so that they can just pump it down the line for you to chase, and vice versa on the left. We've just got to get him chasing loose balls. Todibo's done excellent there, and he's worked it to Magasa, who's looked for Tati, and Tati's conceded a free kick, and I think he's just getting a bit tired and frustrated now, Tati, which is understandable. It's been a thankless task for him up front today. Nunez out to Semenyo, up against Juve, one-on-one, on this right touchline for City. Cuts it back onto his left foot, gives it to Bernardo Silva. A lot of bodies in the box now. Silva crosses it, headed away by Todibo. Tati knocks it down to Bowen. Great play, those two. Bowen breaks away from Mark Gay. Kusanov closes him down. There's just no options at all for Jared Bowen. The only thing he can do is hold it up and go backwards, and he does absolutely fantastically well. Mavpanos, Magasa, Todibo, Hermansen. Great play there by Jared Bowen. It just went 15, 20 yards, but there was literally nothing to do. And Juve has completely bought us a free kick. There's no way that's a free kick. Semenyo brushed him on the buttocks and he went down. And Adama Traore is ready to come on. No oil. He's got the Under Armour on. You assume he's going to come on for Tati. And he is. Adama Traore is coming on to replace Tati. One of the more difficult games. As a striker, that's one of the most difficult fixtures you're going to have. Playing against Man City, where you're not going to get much of the ball. He looks a bit frustrated, Tati. I think he's maybe a bit disappointed to go off, but I think it's the right call by Nuno. I think he's tired, and all we're doing is just booting the ball around him, and he's chasing shadows. It's a very, very difficult job, and he's tried. Perhaps more interesting is that Semenyo's gone off for Manchester City. Phil Foden coming on to replace him, and also Reinders replacing Bernardo Silva. So Pep making a couple more substitutions here, twisting once again. As Mads Hermansen will take the free kick halfway inside West Ham's half towards our left-hand side. He goes long towards Traore, but it's an easy header for Rodri, who now has the captain's armband for the Citizens, as Mavropanos just hooks it high as he can towards that City defence, but it's won again by Rodri. Magasa heads it down. Souček flicks it on. Kusanov gets there, but do you know something? That's better. Adama Traore's come on. He didn't get there, but Kusanov looked comfortable. He was comfortable seeing that back to Donnarumma. Turn around. You could almost sense a bit of panic there from Kusanov. He just had to speed up and get in the way. We've got a quicker player now chasing those loose balls down. It's Jared Bowen. He's on the right-hand side with the ball. Souček in the box with Traore. Fernandes fires it in, but it's a poor cross. Wan-Bissaka tries to get a pass to Bowen, but that's also poor. And Mark Gay comes away with it. Fantastic tackle by Wan-Bissaka. But then another poor pass. Wan-Bissaka summed up. Fernandes into Wan-Bissaka. West Ham still got bodies forward. A better cross by Wan-Bissaka. But it's headed away by Nunez. Disasi picks it up. Gives it to Magasa. And Disasi slips in. Magasa, he's caught on the ball and he's going to get booked for that. And it is a yellow card all day, every day. The trouble with it's just a really bad touch by Magasa. The trouble with Traore up front is he just can't head the ball to save his life, can he? So we put the cross in there, and it wasn't a good ball in by Wan-Bissaka, but Adama didn't even challenge for it. You're better off just walloping it in low, hoping that something happens. What I will say by Magasa, I think it's worth taking that yellow card. Man City were on the severe counter-attack there. It was his fault because he lost the ball, but I'd rather he brought Rodri down and got the yellow card than just stood and let him attack. But 15 minutes, well, less than 15 minutes to go. We're coming up to the 77 minutes on the clock at the London Stadium. 13 minutes plus stoppage time to go. Rodri has it now, looks for the run of Foden, who cuts it back to Cherki, but it's deflected, and it's a corner kick to West Ham. The boys are giving absolutely everything. I will say that. Every single one of them are giving everything out there. This would be a massive point for us. A lot can happen. I'd love us to nick it, but if we can get out of here with a point, I will be a very, very happy hammer, and it puts the pressure on the other three tomorrow. And we'll come at the bottom three, and it comes... and it's headed down, and it falls to Cherki. Oh, good save, Hermansen. Good save. Andy's held on to it as well. Andy's held on to it. As Mavpanos got his head on it, but fell to Cherki, who chested it down. Decent strike, but a good save by Hermansen to hold on to that one. It's a throw into Man City. Jared Bowen not happy about that, and he's letting the linesman know he's not happy about that decision. It's impossible to tell, but... well, we've got 3 subs left, but we've only got 1. We've only got 1 stoppage. Nuno's got a big call. Big call coming up. Can only stop the game once more, but you've got 3 subs. It's tricky. And there's a long time to go as well. 78 minutes on the clock. It's only 12 minutes, but it's a bloody long time. I keep it as it is for now. But I'd be certainly making sure that Potts, Walker-Peters, Kante... them all, Mayers, Wilson, and make sure they're all warmed up. Because if we concede a goal, you need to get Wilson on immediately. But the chat want to see Wilson. Some of them do. Isaac saying Wilson, Hammerhead saying Wilson. I personally wouldn't bring Wilson on. I think you need energy in this game, and you need legs, and he ain't got any. I don't think this is the right game for Wilson. I'd keep it as it is for now. Man City just passing it around outside our box currently. Out to Nunez on the right-hand side. Cuts it back to Cherki. Traore battling away. Goes back to Kusanov. Everyone is on the screen at the minute, including West Ham and Man City players. The only player you cannot see is Donnarumma. Everyone is in there. Cross came in. Bad cross. Goal kick to West Ham United. Gives us an opportunity just to play the clock down a little bit. And this is where we're going to have to be a little bit clever. We don't time waste very much, but I do think we're going to have to maybe start a little bit tonight, dare I say it. I appreciate that won't be popular with everyone, but... see, just that's clever. So we went to take a throw in, Todibo went to take it and just switched it to Wan-Bissaka. That's little shit like that is what we need to do. Right, Juve yellow cards 14-1. I'm gonna have a fiver. I like backing the throw-in takers when it's a situation like this. They tend to get the bookings for time wasting. Foden on the ball. 81 minutes gone. West Ham 1. Man City 1. This would be a massive point. The Hammers currently, to be fair, for majority of the evening, bar a few minutes, we've been outside the bottom 3 with this point. Souček hooks it away. Kusanov heads it down towards Nunez. Juve just nicks in there. Superb play there by Juve. He does well to keep it in, but he's under pressure. Gives it to Disasi. Great play. That's what you need to do. Just win those little battles. Now and again, just win the ball back. Unfortunately, we've given it away, and Reinders comes forward with it for Man City. Out to Doku. Up against Wan-Bissaka. Usually the type of winger that Wan-Bissaka can play well against. But that's a brilliant tackle by Magassa. Just backing Wan-Bissaka up there. Brilliant play. 81.5 minutes. This is going to be a long 8.5 minutes for West Ham. This is Man City's 12th corner of the evening. Fucking hell, boys. We might actually get a point here. We might be at the bottom three. Reinders whips it in. Headed away by Jared Bowen. Traore flicks it away further. As Cherky volleys out. Bowen's remarkable. The amount of effort Bowen's put in tonight is unbelievable. Magassa out to Doku. Up against Fernandes. And Fernandes brings him down. It's a free kick to Manchester City. Right in that corner over on Man City's left. Fernandes fouling Doku in a right back type of area. It was a free kick. I've got absolutely no complaints with that decision. Reinders will take it. A lot of players between the ball and the goal. Oh, for fuck's sake. I feel nervous. And it comes from Reinders. Oh, fucking hell. Let's hit the bar. And it's a corner kick, so it looks like Hermansen saved it. Let's have a look. Hey, he does. He gets his fingertips on that. Fucking Jesus, that was a bloody good save in the end. Right, Foden takes the corner. Oh, my God. I feel sick. And it comes from Foden. Headed away by Disasi. It's O'Reilly away by Juve. Oh, my God. I do not like this. Foden again. Bowen's battling away. He's just everywhere. Fernandes does really well just to usher out for a throw into West Ham and just kill some time. Fucking flaming Nora. Do you know something? That's an outstanding save, actually, in the end. If it wasn't for that City goal he conceded, I'd say he just had a really good game tonight, Hermansen. It's just that big blotch on his report card. Anyway, Mavropanos just volleys that as far as he could into Traore's chest, but only it bounced down to Rodri, who's found Cherky. O'Reilly, Bowen's chasing again. I keep saying it, but he is absolutely everywhere, Jared Bowen. Doku looks for Haaland, is cleared by Mavropanos. Fucking hell. Right, 5.5 minutes of normal time to go, plus whatever stoppage time gets added on. And there's going to be a few minutes added on with all the subs. O'Reilly, Bowen does really well. He does really well, and that's got to be a free kick. And he's giving us a free kick. Superb play. Absolutely brilliant. 5 minutes of normal time to go. We're going to shithouse a point here. As Wedo said, one corner, one shot, one goal, 1 point. I'll take it. I will absolutely take it as well. And Ryan, I will be. If this game ends a draw, I'll be doing a watch along tomorrow over on my own YouTube channel on Tartan Geo. So hopefully you've already subscribed, but if not, keep an eye out. I will be doing my watch along on Tartan Geo tomorrow afternoon. My guess for stoppage time, I'm going to say 5, Paul. There's not been any goals. There's not been any VAR. There's just been a lot of subs. That's all. But I don't think there should be that many. So I'll say 5 minutes. I'll be pissed off if there's more than 5. I won't be happy. As long as it's not a little bit Man U. O'Reilly looks for Cherky. It's blocked by Mavropanos. Tadibo gives it to Wan-Bissaka. And we clear it. Come on, boys. Gay brings it down. Rodri. 4 minutes to go plus stoppage time. It's Reinders. Into trouble. Souček blocks it. Mavropanos clears it again. Fucking come on. Nunez on the ball. Fernandes puts him under pressure. Fouls him. And he's just trying to waste time now, Fernandes. Just annoying them a little bit. Rodri into Reinders. Out to Nunez. Looks for Foden. It's blocked by Juve. Magassa picks up, gives it back to Juve. He whacks it down the left for Adama to chase after, but Kuznov does really well to give it to his goalkeeper. And he plays it out to O'Reilly. Bowen is just fading at the minute. He's not got that energy I've been speaking about. Magassa's under pressure here. It's Phil Foden. Oh, what a tackle, Fernandes. An absolutely outstanding tackle. Just as Foden was away to pull the trigger on the edge of the box, Fernandes went in there. And Jared Bowen's racing away with it for West Ham here. He's one-on-one with Cherki. Oh, he's tried to skin him. It's one of them. Maybe you're better off just taking it into the corner and just playing for the draw. And I don't give a fuck if anyone calls it tin pot or whatever. I don't care. A point is a massive point for us tonight. And I'm all up for us shithousing this. Time waste. Play the clock down. Get bookings for time wasting responsibly, of course. I.e. not Magassa. Cherki into O'Reilly. Out to Reinders. Out to Doku on the left wing. One-on-one with Wan-Bissaka. Doku, he's past Wan-Bissaka. He crosses it. It's bouncing around. And Hermansen just smothers it at the death there. Well done. Good goalkeeping. Erling Haaland. I think the ball's hit him in the nuts, to be honest with you. He's holding his testicles. Doku put it in and it's bouncing around there. And Hermansen just smothered it before Foden could get on the end of it. 2 minutes, 15 seconds of normal time to go to London Stadium. Haaland is still holding his cock. As Nunez plays out to Phil Foden. One-on-one with Juve. Nunez on the overlap. Juve goes with him. Cross comes in. Headed away by Todibo. And it's smashed away by Magassa. Haaland looks fuming. He's absolutely pissed off. Bowen is just battling away with Mark Gay. It's a throw into Man City. And he's not happy about that at all, Jared Bowen. I think he's telling the linesman what he really thinks, which, fair enough. Cherki comes forward. Fernandes brings him down, and that's a free kick for Man City, and it's going to be a yellow card for our midfielder. 90 seconds of normal time to go. My fucking Jesus. Come on, boys. Come on. We could get this point. What a massive point this would be. Huge, huge point. This would be 2 losses in 12, outside the bottom 3. Above Nottingham Forest, equal on points with Spurs, who go to Anfield tomorrow. Please. Cherki will take the free kick. In it comes. And it's headed by... That was a Man City header. The ref's giving a corner. I'm not having that. That looked like it came off a City player. He's giving a corner. Todibo's arguing the case. Bowen's arguing the case, but it's gone out for the corner to Man City. 30 seconds of normal time to go here. Reinders will take the corner from Man City's left-hand side. See how much stoppage there is. There can't be many. In it comes from Reinders. It's deep. It's Rodri gets his head on. It's flicked towards goal. And Hermansen gets there again. Fucking come on, West Ham. He's had a really good second half, Hermansen. A really good second half. We're just playing the ball around here, trying to just keep it West Ham. But Souček goes long. Traore's offside. He's going to chase it anyway. And we're into stoppage time. And there's 4 minutes added on. Just 4 minutes to go. West Ham 1, Man City 1. Come on. Foden travelling with it over the halfway line. Magassa closing him down. Rodri into Reinders and out to Cherki. Well played by those two. Cherki runs at the West Ham defence. Fernandes battling away. Juice over there helping him. The cross comes in. It's away by Mavropanos. And it comes to Mark Gay on the edge of the box. Doku. He crosses it. Headed away by Mavropanos. He's been unbelievable this evening. He's won everything at the back. Another cross comes in. Away by Todibo. Haaland's shot. Hits Mavropanos. It goes to Doku. And the referee has stopped it because Mavropanos is down. And Man City are not happy. And if I'm not wrong, because of where the referee stopped the play, Doku's on the edge of our box on the left-hand side. I think the drop ball comes to West Ham. I think there's a drop ball rule which is actually to do with territory rather than possession. So I actually think the drop ball is going to come to West Ham here. And Man City have lost the plot. They're not happy about this whatsoever. See, this is what pisses me off, right? Mark Gay, not the captain of Man City, is questioning Michael Oliver, and he's speaking to Mark Gay about it. Just book Mark Gay. Say, mate, you're not the captain. Fuck off. Yellow card. So I'll only speak to Rodri. Do one. Mavropanos getting the official man of the match, which, as you know, I agree with. He's been unbelievable. That block as well, sensational. The problem is he's going to have to go off for 30 seconds now, but... I mean, it hit him in the side of the head. Bloody hell. Haaland volleyed it from about a yard away and it hit him in the side of the head. Jesus, that's going to hurt. So we're probably going to have 3 minutes added on from once the game resumes. We're probably going to have 3 minutes to play. So we're going to go well beyond the 4 here. Well done, Mavropanos. Unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. Do you know something? I'm going to give you a spoiler. We do player ratings on a Monday on Hammers Chat Patreon. And I'm quite stingy with my 10 out of 10s, right? I don't dish them out very often. Mavro's getting a 10 out of 10 on Monday morning. I'm giving Mavropanos a 10. Unbelievable tonight. He's been an absolute giant at the back. He's going to have to go off for 30 seconds. Why is he giving the ball to Man City? I thought I must have made that rule up. I'm quite certain I've seen this. I don't know why I thought that was a rule. Well, I do. I've seen it given in a game before. And it comes, and Hermansen gets up really well and gets his hand on that. Kante's ready to come on for West Ham. It's a long throw by Mavropanos. It goes to Jared Bowen. He could be in. No, he's not. Rodri gets back. It's unlucky. Bowen gives it to Fernandes. Out to Wan-Bissaka. Ah, for fuck's sake. The pass wasn't good enough. Traore, I think he's offside, and he is. Fuck! Manson nearly put fucking Bowen through on goal. Man City take this really quick. See, this is where we need to time waste. Just someone kick the fucking ball away and take a yellow card. Give them the free kick. Souček goes in, but Doku gets it. Crosses it. O'Reilly up against Magassa. It's bouncing around and it's a corner kick to Man City. Fucking hell. The 4 minutes is up. I suspect we're going to have another 2. My suspicion is we're going to 96 because of the stoppage to Mavropanos there. I think we've still got another 2 minutes to go. Fuck. Right. And it comes from Reinders. Headed away. No, it's not. It's bouncing. It's O'Reilly's blocked by Mavropanos. It's key. It's over the bar. And it's a goal kick to West Ham. But Mavropanos once again. Fucking brilliant. Absolutely fucking brilliant. Jesus, this man is unbelievable. Come on, boys. We've got about 90 seconds to get a point at home to Man City. Out of the bottom 3. Above Nottingham Forest. Equal points with Spurs. Just behind Leeds United. They play tomorrow. Whatever happens, happens. But we've got to do our bit. And I know it's a draw, it's not a win. But a draw against Man City is our bit. Jared Bowen is the one going off to be replaced by Kante. I'm okay with that sub. He's having a word with everyone on his way off, Jared Bowen. And rightly so. He's stepped up recently as a captain. I said on the player ratings last week. He has stepped up as skipper. Kante is on. We must have about a minute to go. I reckon there's a minute to go. So 96.5, I reckon, is what we've got. A minute to go here. Long ball by Hermansen. Souček chests it down to Fernandes, who just blasts it forward and high. Adama will chase it. Rodri gets his head on it. Souček battling away with O'Reilly. Adama doing the same. And it's a throw into Man City. But that's okay. But this is where Adama just fucking pissed them off. O'Reilly takes the throw in. Wan-Bissaka tackles Doku. The referee says no. And it's a free kick. Souček flicks the ball away. That's the type of shit we need. Free kick to Man City. Deep inside their half. We're past the 96 minutes. There can't be long to go now. 30 seconds at the most, I reckon. Cherky into Rodri. It's away by Juve. We've defended so good. We're so close to getting a point here. Rodri. Nunes gives it to Phil Foden. On the right-hand side, up against Magassa. Back to Nunez. It's got to go in. It does. Hermansen comes. Hermansen gets it. Yes. Fucking get in. That's got to be it now. Hermansen goes long. Maybe we can nick it. It's Mohamed Kante. Down the right-hand side. Get in the corner. Get in the corner. He's forcing Man City back here. He gives it to Adama Traore. Oh, he's lost the ball. Kante gets another bite at it. He's battling away. Falls to Rodri. Someone just commit a foul. Get a booking. I don't give a shit. Souček with the ball. And there's the full-time whistle. We've got the point, but it feels like a win. West Ham United 1. Manchester City 0. No, it wasn't. It was Manchester City 1. Oh, fuck it. You know what I mean. 1-1. Get the fuck in. Yes! Yes, yes, yes! Yes! Fucking come on! We're out the bottom 3. We're above Nottingham Forest. Equal points with Spurs. We've drawn a game, but it feels like a win. 2 defeats in 12 games now. We are in form. The team spirit has been fantastic for weeks from this team. It showed tonight. It's only going to continue. Konstantinos Mavropanos. He is outstanding. Outstanding. Well done, West Ham. Massive, massive point for us tonight. I feel ridiculously proud of that lot tonight. Ridiculously proud. You can see the screen there. West Ham 17th, outside the bottom 3 for the first time in God knows how long. That is a huge, huge point for us this evening. Get the fuck in. Anyway, before you go, thank you to Stone Clown for the super chat. Thank you. Banging result, he says. Absolutely. I'm going to disappear in a couple of minutes. I'll be back with my review. But also, tomorrow, I'll be doing watch-alongs. Tomorrow for the games over on my Tart and Geo YouTube channel. So make sure you subscribe to that channel as well. This is brilliant. This is really good. Come on. Anyway, I'll be live in a couple of minutes. Don't go anywhere. Stick around. Join me for my review. We can celebrate together. West Ham United 1. Manchester City 1. The goal by Mavropanos, man of match. Unbelievable. Forget his goal. A defensive performance by Mavropanos was insane. We're going to stay up. Spurs are going down. Catch you in a minute.